Batting practice is over and the ground crew is getting the field ready. It's time for the On Deck Circle, a comprehensive look at the Salt Lake Stingers and the Pacific Coast League. Now, to get you ready for today's game, here's the voice of the Stingers, Steve Krauke.
Well, a very good evening to you, and welcome to Salt Lake Stingers baseball on an overcast and somewhat threatening evening here along the Wasatch Front. It's the Stingers and the Las Vegas 51s in Game 4 of this four-game series. The Stingers won the first two games, but fell last night as they had a 2-1 lead going into the ninth. But Chin Feng Chen hit an opposite field solo homer. Eric Riggs and Joe Thurston added RBI singles, and Las Vegas won it by a score of 4-2, snapping the Stingers' hopes at their first three-game winning streak since mid-April. The Stingers at 28-47, 14 games behind first place Tacoma in the North. Las Vegas 14 games behind Sacramento in the South Division with a record of 32-43. The pitching matchup for tonight's game for the Stingers, making his second ever appearance at AAA, will be left-hander Jake Woods, who was not involved in the decision his first time out. And for Las Vegas, it'll be right-hander Mark Johnson. His record is 2-5. Our guest in the on-deck circle, Stingers reliever Dusty Bergman. We'll have that conversation for you right after this on ESPN 1230.
National Auto Plaza Southtown is now National Isuzu at 108 South State. So brand new National Isuzu has to make room for the biggest Isuzu SUV selection ever to come to Utah. Reliable Isuzu Rodeos, the brand new Isuzu Ascenders, and fun-to-drive Axiom Sport utilities are arriving daily. So to accommodate these new vehicles, National Isuzu has to move hundreds of Utah's most premium used cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs at unbelievably low prices. Take thousands off Hondas, Nissans, and Toyotas. Thousands off. Or get even bigger savings on all luxury models from Lexus, BMW, Audi, and Mercedes. All our used inventories priced to go quickly. Now is your chance to upgrade your vehicle without upgrading your payment. Only at the new National Isuzu, formerly National Auto Plaza Southtown, 108 South State. Call 545-9292 for details. 545-9292. 108 South State is Utah's new home of the largest selection of Isuzus. National Isuzu.
Waiting till Christmas to get your bonus? Not at Larry's Miller Chrysler Jeep and Dodge in Sandy. This month, take advantage of June bonus days on Utah's largest selection of 2004 model Jeep and Dodge. Save over $8,000 on a new 04 Grand Cherokee V8 4x4, starting at just $24,237, or lease for just $249 per month. Our best selection ever of 04 Jeep Liberty. Start at just $18,762 for a nicely equipped 4x4 Sport. And Go Anywhere Jeep Wranglers start at just $15,656 or lease for just $169 per month. Plus, we have Utah's best selection of X models, Sports, and Rubicons. For Utah's lowest prices and best selection, don't miss the June bonus days going on this weekend at Larry's Miller Chrysler Jeep and Dodge in the Southtown Auto Mall in Sandy. After all, you know this guy.
Price and payment plus tax and fees. $29.52 up front. Dealer to retain all rebates and incentives. These terms vary by model. OA CDC dealer for details.
Back to the on-deck circle. Our guest is Stingers pitcher Dusty Bergman, who's back after a stint with the Anaheim Angels. And obviously, Dusty, had to be a lot of fun, a big thrill to go there. Was it everything you expected your first call-up?
Well, it's something I've been dreaming about doing for God knows how long. And it was everything and more. I had so much fun being down there. And my mom and my dad got to come down, and a lot of my friends and everything. And it was just a great time to get in there and pitch against the Brewers. But, yeah, it was fun.
What was it like? How did Mike Brumley approach you with the news?
After the game in Tucson, we were just kind of sitting around, and I had just finished eating. I was on my way to the shower, and he said, "Hey, Bergie, Bombi wants to see you in the office for a minute." And I was like, "All right." So I went in there, and I said, "Hey, Bombi, you want to see me?" And he points and Skip's right behind me. He's got this huge smile, and he goes, "Going up, son. Going to the show." Oh my goodness! It was a long day that day because I flew out the next day. I didn't sleep much at all, but it was everything and more.
I can imagine it would be difficult to get some sleep. And I tell you what, it had to be gratifying for you, considering it's been a tough climb, and certainly last year was kind of a long season for you. What's been the thing that's really clicked for you this year as opposed to 2003?
Well, last year I really didn't have a job. I was down in Double-A, and I was spot starting and relieving at the same time, so I'd have a start, and then I'd come and relieve between starts, and it was just very taxing on me and everything else. But I mean, that's what the team needed me to do, so I did it. But yeah, it's tough to be consistent when you really don't have a set role. But now I'm in the bullpen, and I'm happy, and I'm throwing the ball well, and that's pretty much it. Just get your consistency, and then you get in the groove. You start the season off well, and then just continue with that.
All right, we'll have more with Dusty right after this here on ESPN 1230.
Don't forget to pick up the kids. Can you stop by the bank? I'm running late. Where are you? Why are you coming home? Can you stop by the store? You in trouble? I need a ride. There are many reasons you need a wireless phone. What's yours? So many. It's okay. Just sit down and relax. Let Alert Cellular, a T-Mobile authorized dealer, become your personal wireless consultant. Let's start off with an incredible offer. Sign up for T-Mobile's Get More plan. You get 600 whatever minutes with unlimited nights and weekends for $39.99 a month. So get to Alert Cellular, your T-Mobile authorized dealer today. Located in most major malls along the Wasatch Front from Logan to St. George. Call 484-PHONE. That's 484-FONE. Alert Cellular, your T-Mobile authorized dealer, says, don't be left out. Come see any Alert Cellular dealer for all the details. Some restrictions apply. See printed materials in Alert Cellular stores for complete details.
Make this a picture-perfect summer with Alert Cellular and T-Mobile. Listen for more details on how you and your family could win monthly family fun packages or a vacation for 4.
Now you can experience the affordable luxury of Lexus at 2 locations. Larry H. Miller Lexus in Murray and the new Larry H. Miller Lexus of Linden. Lexus of Linden is now open, and you have to see it for yourself. Right now through the end of May, Larry H. Miller Lexus in Murray and Lexus of Linden have stocked the showrooms with all the Lexus models you want to drive home. Right now, lease a 2004 Lexus ES330 for just $399 a month. Lease a new RX 330 for as low as $499 a month. Or take home a 2004 Lexus GS300 starting at just $499 a month. And with special financing, save up to $4,000 on your new Lexus. It's time for you to experience the affordable luxury of a Lexus. Visit Larry H. Miller Lexus in Murray and the all-new Larry H. Miller Lexus in Utah County, now open in Linden. After all, you know this guy. $2,500 total down, 48 monthlies, 12,000 miles per year.
Welcome back to the On Deck Circle. I guess the Stingers pitcher Dusty Bergman. And Dusty, before the break, you were talking a little about really needing to know what kind of a role that you have. I know some guys, it doesn't seem to matter, but in your case, you really felt that you needed your role defined, and that allowed you to get into a comfort zone.
Well, not so much defined. It's just starting and relieving. There's a really big difference between the two in how you prepare and how you have your conditioning and your weight training, and everything is different. Now, out of the bullpen, I'll do short relief, I'll do long relief, I'll do whatever you need to do, but it's still the same kind of program that you have to do, and mentally it's the same. You come to the game, or come to the field every day ready to pitch. When you're starting, you only play, once or twice a week. So your preparation is different for everything you do.
Getting back to your background a little bit, how does someone from Carson City, Nevada, wind up at the University of Hawaii?
I had a really good tournament in which I threw 2 very good games in which our pitching coach and hitting coach from Hawaii had come to watch, and they were just tickled to death with what they saw, and they sent me a scholarship in the mail the next day. And I couldn't say no. I mean, that's Hawaii, and you're going to pay for it. And it pretty much raised the bar for everybody else, because it was even on the early signing day. You can sign early on one day in November, and you don't have to worry about anything your senior year. So I did that early in my senior year, and it was a great decision on my part, and I enjoyed every minute I was over there.
You had to have. Of course, it was definitely gave you the opportunity to pitch in various conditions. Obviously, heavier air in Hawaii, the light air of Reno. You go down to Texas, the heat, humidity. You have to pretty much face it all.
Yep, that is one of the most difficult traveling we ever did. I mean, flying from Honolulu to Rice, which is, I don't even know how long it took, because you'd always have a stopover in L.A. and then maybe into Salt Lake, and then you'd go into Houston, I believe. And so it was a little, but the hardest part was missing so much school, because we'd leave on a Tuesday during the day, so we wouldn't catch class on Tuesday. We'd play a Friday, Saturday, Sunday series, and we'd get back Monday night. So you're missing an entire week of school every time you go on one of those long road trips onto the road. So that was the biggest change that I had to worry about between semesters, is learning how to deal with school when you're never there.
And there's probably always one or two professors that won't cut an athlete any slack.
Exactly. I had to sign up for 21 credits, 21 units every semester, because I knew there would be one professor at least that would be like, oh, well, class participation is 50% of your grade. I was like, well, all right, then I guess I'm not in your class, because I'm not going to be here 6 weeks out of the 16. I mean, I'm not even going to be in this state. So you work, but, they really do try to give the athletes as much slack as you can, because the schedules are so bad. They give you priority registration so you can sign up for every class that you need. And then, I took a lot. I signed up for at least 7 classes in a row, and tried to get as much in as I could. And having class on Tuesday and Thursday was more beneficial, because you can catch your classes on Tuesday and just miss Thursday class. On the other side, the Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you'd miss an entire week of class. Instead of one day, you'd miss 3 classes, and you'd, whoa, what happened? We were what?
Well, at least you don't have to deal with that anymore, and you don't have to deal with aluminum bats anymore anywhere as well. Dusty, appreciate your time. Again, congratulations on that call-up. Hopefully the second one doesn't come very long from now.
Thank you so much.
All right, Dusty Bergman, our guest, back with tonight's starting lineups after this on ESPN 1230.
1320 KFAN. More sports than one station can handle. Jazz insider, TV guy, and man about town, Steve Brown. Weekdays at 2 on 1320 KFAN. You'll get it right away. The Dan Patrick Show. Weekdays at 10 a.m. on 1320 KFAN.
Life comes at you fast. Be ready with Nationwide. Investments, retirement, insurance. Nationwide is on your side.
Oh, my gosh, Fred. Did you see the new cable TV bill?
I saw it. Looks like they gave themselves another raise.
At this rate, we'll be paying more for cable TV than we do for gas and electricity. I'm calling that ship guy. Sky Satellite right now.
Well, if you're sick of paying for cable with prices way too high, you need to call my friends over at Sky Satellite. You'll get a whole lot more choices. Installation is free. Then get your SKY Satellite TV. Now, you're going to love these guys over here at Sky Satellite, and you're going to love your DirecTV system.
Call Sky Satellite and get a free 4-room DirecTV system with installation. That's right, it's free. Call Sky Satellite at 978-0022. That's 978-0022.
And get your SKY Satellite TV.
Wow, 125 channels for only $29.99 a month and a free DirecTV system. Call 978-0022. That's 978-0022.
After a 10-win season, a Liberty Bowl shutout of Southern Miss, and a top 25 ranking, you may think the University of Utah football team is satisfied. Well, Urban Meyer and the boys want to let you in on a little secret. You ain't seen nothing yet. Ain't seen nothing yet! So call 581-UTIPS for your season tickets, because...
Welcome back to Franklin Covey Field, where it's time now to give you tonight's starting lineups for the ball game. And as always, they're brought to you by National Isuzu Southtown. Isuzu is back in the Salt Lake area at National Isuzu Southtown, located in the Southtown Auto Mall in Sandy. First of all, for the visiting Las Vegas 51s, managed by Terry Kennedy. Leading off, the second baseman Antonio Perez. Batting second, the right fielder, Nick Theodoro. Hitting third, the catcher, Coy Hill. Batting cleanup, the left fielder, Chin Feng Chen. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Luis Garcia. Hitting sixth, the first baseman, Rick Bell. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Eric Riggs. Hitting 8th, the shortstop, Jose Flores. And batting 9th, the center fielder, Jason Repko. Pitching for Las Vegas will be right-hander Mark Johnson. Now for the homestanding Salt Lake Stingers, managed by Mike Brumley. Leading off, the center fielder, Zach Sorensen. Batting second, the second baseman, Jake Thrower. Hitting third and playing first base, Casey Kotzman. Batting cleanup, the third baseman, Dallas McPherson. Hitting fifth and playing left field, Adam Riggs. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Brian Gordon. Batting seventh, the catcher, Will Nieves. Hitting eighth, the designated hitter, Curtis Pride. And batting ninth is the shortstop, Casey Smith. Pitching for the Stingers will be left-hander Jake Woods. It's the Stingers and the 51s wrapping up a 4-game series here at Franklin Covey Field. And for the Stingers, the end of an 8-game homestand. We'll be back with tonight's first pitch right after this timeout. You've been in the On-Deck Circle on ESPN 1230.
This has been the On-Deck Circle. Stay tuned. Salt Lake Stingers baseball is coming up next on the home of the Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Don't forget to pick up the kids. Can you stop by the bank? I'm running late. Where are you? When are you coming home? Can you stop by the store? You in trouble? I need a ride. There are many reasons you need a wireless phone.
What's yours?
So many. It's okay. Just sit down and relax. Let Alert Cellular, a T-Mobile authorized dealer, become your personal wireless consultant. Let's start off with an incredible offer. Sign up for T-Mobile's Get More plan.
You get 600 whenever minutes with unlimited nights and weekends.
For $39.99 a month. So get to Alert Cellular, your T-Mobile authorized dealer today. Located in most major malls along the Wasatch Front from Logan to St. George. Call 484-PHONE. That's 484-FONE. Alert Cellular, your T-Mobile authorized dealer, says,
don't be left out.
Come see any Alert Cellular dealer for all the details. Some restrictions apply. See printed materials in Alert Cellular stores for complete details.
Make this a picture-perfect summer with Alert Cellular and T-Mobile. Listen for more details on how you and your family could win monthly family fun packages or a vacation for 4.
KHQS Murray, Salt Lake City.
Fake slow the crowd down the hill.
This is ESPN Radio AM 1230. The worldwide leader in sports. On Citadel Broadcasting Station. The field is live. The starting pitchers have finished their warm-up. Now managers have exchanged lineup cards. It's time for Salt Lake Stingers baseball. So let's go to the ballpark. Here's the voice of the Salt Lake Stingers, Steve Klauke.
Well, a very good evening to you, and welcome to Salt Lake Stingers baseball on an overcast evening here in Salt Lake City. It's the Stingers getting ready to take on the Las Vegas 51s in the fourth and final game of a series. The Stingers trying to pick up a win here and gain their first series victory since mid-April when they took 2 out of 3, when they swept the Fresno Grizzlies over at Grizzly Stadium. Stingers actually won the first 3 series they participated in this year, but have not been able to win one since. But they can do that with a victory here tonight at Franklin Covey Field. The two managers have already met at home plate and exchanged lineups with the umpiring crew as assigned by the Pacific Coast League. Dave Ashweg is behind the plate. Travis Reiniger at first base, and Cameron Keller is the arbiter over at third. There have been some spectacular lightning bolts to the south of the ballpark, but judging from the picture I see on the radar, the storm is primarily moving from west to east and will move south of the ballpark. Now, there are more showers developing to the west along the Nevada state line, but at least right now, anyway, it appears that we should be okay here at Franklin Covey Field on Military Appreciation Night. A lot of folks in uniform here this evening. They had a demonstration of security dogs earlier. The Air Force had a display van outside as well. And so a big night for that. The military color guard standing in the coach's box at first, getting ready to present the colors as the Salt Lake Stingers take the field for this evening's ball game here at Franklin Covey. So the Stingers trying to pick up the win here and not only earn a series win, but earn themselves a split on this 8-game homestand. Before we get our ball game underway, we'll have our national anthem in just a moment as the singer has now made her way to the circle to the right of home plate. And in just a moment, the color guard will be making its way out onto the infield as we have a special presentation tonight for our Military Appreciation Night here at Franklin Covey Field. Just a reminder, the Stingers hit the road tomorrow for a 4-game series in Tucson, followed by a 3-game set at Edmonton. The Honor Guard is from Hill Air Force Base. It is the Hill Air Force Base Honor Guard presenting the colors here at Franklin Covey Field this evening as they march away from the first base coach's box, heading towards the pitching mound on this overcast night here at the ballpark. Hopefully the showers will stay away and we'll be able to get this ball game in here tonight between the Stingers and the Las Vegas 51. Stingers and 51 still have 12 more meetings after this following tonight's ball game. So the color guard marching its way out onto the infield grass between the pitcher's mound and second base. As they march in time, they'll now angle and make a left turn. Not exactly a left face, but a left turn. As a lightning bolt from cloud to sky hits to the south of the ballpark, well south, but still a spectacular view from the upper deck here at Franklin Covey Field. So right now it's time for our national anthem to be performed by Kira Crawford. National anthem prior to the start of tonight's game between the Stingers and the Las Vegas 51s. Stingers on the field, so let's take a look at their defensive alignment courtesy of the Phone Directories Company. Cover your bases using the phone book with the beautiful cover, or you can look up what you need at myphonedirectory.com. Adam Riggs is in left field, Zach Sorensen in center, and Brian Gordon's in right. Dallas McPherson's at third, Casey Smith at short. Jake Thrower at second base, and Casey Kotzman is at first. A battery of Jake Woods pitching, and Will Nieves catching. For Jake Woods, this will be his second start as a member of the Stingers. His first outing, he went 6 innings against the Tucson Sidewinders here on June 20th, was not involved in the decision, giving up 6 runs, only 3 of which were earned. 9 hits, 7 strikeouts, and 1 walk. In 14 starts at AA Arkansas this year, Jake was 9-2 with a 2.70 earned run average, striking out 60 and walking just 19. Stingers in their home whites with the red numerals and lettering trimmed in black, while the 51s wearing their Dodger blues with the white numerals and lettering. By the way, this is the final game of a series between the AAA affiliates of the Angels and Dodgers. The parent clubs beginning their freeway series tonight at Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. It'll be Jared Washburn, 7-3, going for Anaheim, and Jose Lima, 6-2, going for Los Angeles. As many of the rivalry series being played in Major League Baseball beginning this weekend in interleague play. One game, one of the intense rivalries has been completed. The Cubs are winners on the south side of Chicago over the White Sox by a score of 7-4. Mark Pryor the winner, John Garland the loser, and former Buzz pitcher LaTroy Hawkins picks up the save. Mark Gredzolonic and Ramon Martinez homer for the Cubs, and Paul Konerko goes deep for the White Sox. And one other final in interleague play, but certainly not a geographical rivalry of any sort. Detroit defeated Arizona by a final score of 2-1. We'll have a complete rundown of all the scores beginning in the top half of the third. Jake Woods, fastball, curveball, changeup pitcher, finishing up his warm-up. Left-hander, 6'1", 190 in his fourth season out of Bakersfield Junior College. 22-year-old left-hander. A lot of folks enjoying the berm out in right and left field. Blankets out. Breeze blowing across from left to right now as the wind is out of the northeast. So we're just about ready to go. Sit back, relax, and enjoy as Salt Lake Stingers baseball is on the air for a overcast Friday night here in Salt Lake City. Leading things off for the Las Vegas 51s will be the second baseman, Antonio Perez. Perez batting .300 on the year, 12 doubles, 4 triples, 10 homers, and 44 runs batted in. First pitch misses, ball 1, and we're underway. Perez 3 for 8 in the series with 1 run batted in. Now the 1-0 pitch, strike on the outside corner, just under the belt, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. On right-handed hitting, Antonio Perez. The pitch, swing and a foul, first base side, over the roof and out of play, and the count on Perez, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Harry Kennedy, the Las Vegas manager, coaching over at third base with hitting coach George Hendrick over at first. Now the wind by Woods and the 1-2. Fastball outside, backhanded by Nieves. That evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The outfield, a couple of steps around towards left as Woods winds. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, hit in the air to deep left. Riggs going back to the wall, leaps up, and it's gone. Antonio Perez with a leadoff home run here in the first, and it's 1-0 Las Vegas. Riggs gave it an effort, climbed the wall, but was unable to bring it back. For Perez's 11th home run and his 45th RBI, and it's 1-0 Las Vegas. First home run given up by Woods at the AAA level. Not the way he envisioned starting the game. Here's Nick Theodoro, the right fielder, batting .293. 9 doubles, 2 triples, 3 homers, 26 runs batted in. Pitch on the way, and it's high, ball 1. With Woods going tonight, that means he'll open up the 3-game series. Ian Edmonton, that begins on Wednesday. 1-0 pitch on the way. Fastball outside, ball 2. 2-0 the count on Nick Theodoro, who's 2 for 13 in the series, with a double and 2 runs batted in. Wind starting to pick up a little bit. You can see the trees going back and forth beyond the park. Breaking ball and it's an easy strike. 2-1. Maybe a better indicator than the flags are, although the flags are starting to move a little bit quicker right now, with the flags, of course, still at half staff through July 5th. Now the 2-1 pitch on the way. A little bit low, ball 3. 3-1 the count on Theodoro. That causes the concession stand and the trees over there maybe from making the flags move a little more than they would otherwise. 3 balls, 1 strike as Woods deals. Swung on, line towards left. Riggs coming on, dives, misses it, and the ball goes under his glove and rolls all the way to the wall. Sorensen picking it up and firing it in. Racing for third is Theodoro, and he'll make it as the throw misses all the cutoff men. Riggs hesitated a moment coming in, then went full bore. Tried to make the dive and could not come up with it. So Theodoro has his 3rd triple of the year. And so Las Vegas has had a homer and a triple from its first 2 batters. That'll bring up Coy Hill, the catcher, hitting .309. 21 doubles, 8 homers, 46 runs batted in, 0 for 5 in the series. So Las Vegas leading 1-0. And they have a runner at third with nobody out. So Jake Woods off to a rough start. The pitch down low, ball 1. 1-0 the count on Coy Hill, switch hitting catcher, batting from the right side against the lefty Woods. Now Jake's pitch. Swinging a roller right side. Here comes the run from third. Kochman thinks about going home, but instead takes it to the bag for the out. Taking the shore out this early in the ball game. So Coy Hill drives in his 47th run, and it's 2-0 Las Vegas. Ball a little squibbler off the end of the bat. And so Kochman thinking that maybe he doesn't have a chance to get Theodoro. Rather than have a runner at first, nobody out, 2 runs in, he'd rather have the 2 runs in with 1 out. And so that's what we have with the bases empty now for Chin Feng Chen, who hit the game-tying home run leading off the 9th last night. And he takes inside ball 1 from Woods. Chen batting .295, 16 doubles, 4 triples, 15 homers, 45 runs batted in. Chen 5 for 11 in the series. Fastball inside, backs the right-hand hitter away, ball 2. 2-0 the count. 2-0 Las Vegas here in the first. The pitch inside at the knees, ball 3. 3-0 the count on Chen. Luis Garcia, the designated hitter, is due next. Now the wind by Woods, the 3-0. In at the knees, a strike to Chen, and it's 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Again, Jake Woods, 6'1", 190 in his 4th year. Swing and a miss by Chen, and it's 3-2. Woods with a career record now of 35-17 in the minor leagues. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Chen as Woods' payoff pitch comes home. Check swing foul. That pitch down and in. Chen starting after it. Tried to hold up his swing. He did, but the ball boring in on the right-hand batter. Struck his pad and deflected foul. So a break for Woods on that delivery, and the count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss at the payoff pitch. He struck him out. First strikeout for Jake, and there's 2 down here in the first. Brings up Luis Garcia, the designated hitter. Garcia batting .297, 10 doubles, 20 homers, 49 runs batted in. 3 for 10 in this series. All 3 of his hits have been for extra bases. A double, 2 homers, and 3 runs batted in. First pitch from Woods. In for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, the count on Garcia, whose career began in the Red Sox organization in 1996 as a pitcher. He switched to being a position player in 1998. 0-1 pitch on the way. Garcia takes a fastball inside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outfield shaded towards right for Garcia. The pitch. Swing and a miss out in front of an off-speed pitch, and the count's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count on Garcia. Right-handed batter already has 13 more homers than last year's. A line shot towards left. Riggs going back. It's over his head and off the wall. Adam plays the carom, fires it in, and Garcia is held to a long single. Riggs playing the carom nicely out there and quickly got it into the cutoff man Smith to hold Garcia to 1 base. So a runner at first, 2 out as that ball was hit hard. Here's Rick Bell, the first baseman, batting .277. 17 doubles, 1 triple, 9 homers, 28 runs batted in. Kochman playing in front of Garcia at first as Woods deals, and it's a breaking ball strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count. Woods with a glance towards first, the pitch home. Swing and a miss, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count on Bell. Last year led Las Vegas with his .455 average against Salt Lake. He also had 7 doubles to face the 51s against the Stingers. The 0-2 to Bell. Just missed with a slow, tantalizing curveball, and the count's 1-2. Bell gave up on it, so did Dave Ashway. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Now Woods ready, the 1-2. Curve ball again, this time sliced foul into the upper deck, first base side, and fumbled by a fan up there. And so a youngster, maybe about 5 years old, picks up the loose souvenir. 1-2 the count on Bell. Woods ready. The pitch. Swing and a miss and a fastball away. He struck him out, and that retires the side. Las Vegas scores 2 in the first on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. And after the first half inning of play, it's Las Vegas 2, and the Stingers are coming to bat on ESPN 1230.
Baseball is full of colors. The Reds, the White Sox, the big green monster. No sport has more to do with color than baseball. The other place color is key is in cars. If your bumper's scratched, dented, or torn, it takes away from its value. That's where Dent Pro Colors comes along. Dent Pro Colors offers on-site service. They have the latest technology in color matching, and they guarantee their work. So call 877-DENT-PRO. That's 877-DENT-PRO. Dent Pro Colors, automotive excellence.
Spring is here, and that means shorter nights. But just because there's more daylight doesn't mean you don't still need better everyday lighting. Your local Ace Hardware stores and GE Lighting can help. GE Lighting has replaced the ordinary incandescent bulb with the new Reveal bulb. Reveal bulbs make colors so crisp, clean, that you truly see the difference. Guaranteed. Reveal bulbs from GE Lighting at your local Ace Hardware. Ace, the helpful place.
Your team needs help this summer. Instead of selecting a store where you do the work, draft yourself a hardware store that can jump right into the starting lineup. Your locally owned Ace Hardware dealers. Ace can help you put on your home's perimeter with a full selection of Ace brand garden tools. Need something in the paint? Ace is the only place with the color your life paint centers. After you win, let Ace help you celebrate with the new barbecue. So pick wisely. Choose your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Ace, the helpful place.
All right, we go to the bottom of the first inning, 2-0 Las Vegas. Defensively, let's check the 51's alignment courtesy of the Phone Directories Company. Jinping Chen is in left field. Jason Repko in center. Nick Theodoro in right. Eric Riggs at third. Jose Flores at short. Antonio Perez at second. And Rick Bells at first. A battery of Mark Johnson pitching and Coy Hill catching. For Johnson, this will be his 23rd appearance, his 8th start for Las Vegas. In 58 innings, he's given up 65 hits, 33 runs, 29 of them earned. He has struck out 29 and walked 21. He's 2-5 with 1 save out of the bullpen and a 4.50 earned run average. The PCL batting .284 against right-hander Mark Johnson. Zach Sorensen to lead it off, batting .354. 5 doubles, a triple, no homers, and 10 runs batted in. First pitch is down the middle, is strike 0-1. We'll keep an eye on what's happening down in St. Petersburg, as right now DeJuan Brazelton of the Tampa Bay Devil Rays has no-hit Florida through 7 2/3 innings. Here's a line shot twisting down the left field line, and that ball's just foul. And so the count on Sorensen's 0-2. Zach 5 for 10 in this series. Right now, Brazelton facing Mike Lowe. He has struck out 5 and walked 6. Effectively wild would be the best way to describe it. The 0-2 pitch to Zach. Swinging a ground ball foul past the first base dugout and down towards the Stingers bullpen. Sorensen to be followed by Jake Thrower and then Casey Kotzman. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Now Johnson's pitch. Low and inside to the left-hand batter. 1-2 the count. Mike Brumley, Stingers manager, over at third base. Bobby Mitchell, the roving outfield and base running instructor, over at first for the Stingers. Jim Eppert back in the dugout. Now the one by Johnson, the 1-2. Sorensen takes right down the middle. Strike 3 called. Johnson threw something that Sorensen wasn't looking for. 1 away. That'll bring up Jake Thrower, the second baseman, batting .266. 15 doubles, a triple, 3 homers, and 30 runs batted in. Thrower 1 for 3 in the series. And after fouling off 3 3-2 pitches, Mike Lowell has doubled to left center. And so DeJuan Brazelton has lost his no-hitter. He still leads Florida, though, 2-0. Devil Rays come in having won 13 of their last 14 games. Pitch the thrower in at the knees is strike. 0-1 the count. Lou Piniella says to the front office, don't rest on the laurels of this winning streak. Go out and get me some more players. The 0-1 pitch. Swinging a foul back to the base of the screen. 0-2 Tampa Bay with a major league low payroll of $23 million. 0-2 the count on thrower. Another switch hitter, batting left-handed, of course, against the right-hander Johnson. Mark Johnson, 6'3", 220 in his 8th year. The pitch, fastball inside, 1-2. Out of Dayton, Ohio. Was a first-round draft pick, 19th selection overall by the Astros in '96 out of the University of Hawaii. 1-2 pitch, swung on, high bouncer right side. Perez backhands rather after charging and makes the play to first for the out. 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up Casey Kotzman, the first baseman. Kotzman batting .340 since joining the Stingers from Anaheim. 6 doubles, 1 homer, and 10 runs batted in. Kotzman 3 for 13 in this series. Johnson, 3 years difference between his time at the University of Hawaii and that of the Stingers' Dusty Bergman. Now the line by Johnson, the pitch to Kotzman. Down low, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Now the line by the big right-hander, the pitch. Kotzman swings and misses at a fastball, 1-1. Johnson's last outing was a 6-inning no decision at home against Edmonton on June 20th. Gave up 5 runs, all earned on just 4 hits. He walked 3 and struck out 1 against the Edmonton Trappers. Now the 1-1 to Kotzman. Swung on, ground ball, first base side, backhanded by Bell, going to his right. Turns and flips to Johnson, covering for the out. And the Stingers are up and down in order in the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. After 1, it's Las Vegas 2, the Stingers nothing on ESPN 1230.
Don't settle for Jazz coverage that leaves you on the outside looking in. The home of the Jazz is 1320 KFAN.
AutoZone has hot prices on Mobil 1. For a limited time, get 5 quarts of Mobil 1 motor oil plus a Mobil 1 filter for only $29.99. Details at AutoZone.
This is the only place to talk Aggies and Wildcats all day long. 1320 KFAN.
National Auto Plaza Southtown is now National Isuzu at 108 South State. So brand new National Isuzu has to make room for the biggest Isuzu SUV selection ever to come to Utah. Reliable Isuzu Rodeos, the brand new Isuzu Ascenders, and fun-to-drive Axiom Sport utilities are arriving daily. So to accommodate these new vehicles, National Isuzu has to move hundreds of Utah's most premium used cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs at unbelievably low prices. Take thousands off Hondas, Nissans, and Toyotas. Thousands off. Or get even bigger savings on all luxury models from Lexus, BMW, Audi, and Mercedes. All our used inventories priced to go quickly. Now is your chance to upgrade your vehicle without upgrading your payment. Only at the new National Isuzu, formerly National Auto Plaza Southtown, 108 South State. Call 545-9292 for details. 545-9292. 108 South State is Utah's new home of the largest selection of Isuzus. National Isuzu.
Now back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
All right, we go to the second inning. 2-0 the score in favor of Las Vegas. It'll be Eric Riggs, Jose Flores, and Jason Repko. The 7, 8, 9 hitters due up in the Las Vegas batting order to face left-hander Jake Woods. Eric Riggs, another switch hitter in the Las Vegas lineup, batting .232. 3 doubles, 2 homers, 6 runs batted in. He's 1 for 7 in the series and will be batting right-handed against the lefty Woods. Stingers baseball brought to you in part by Taco Maker. Try the Taco Maker Big Mex Super Taco, a pound of Mexican fixings and a flour tortilla. First pitch to Riggs, outside a ball, 1-0. Taco Maker will donate $5 to the United Way for every double play turned by the Stingers this year. They've turned 77 so far this season as Riggs swings and misses. 1-1 the count, making the total donation so far $385. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on Riggs. 2-0 Las Vegas. here in the second inning. The 1-1 from Woods. Low and inside of the right-hand batter. 2-1 the count. So again, Mike Lowell spoils the no-hit bid of DeJuan Brazelton with 2 outs in the 8th inning. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, and a breaking ball down and in. 2-2. Mike Lowell breaking it up with a double. Now the 2-2 pitch to Riggs. Swinging a ground ball toward third. Backing up on it, McPherson takes it on the belt, high bounce to throw to first, on target and in time for out number 1. McPherson had to back up on that one, but played it well, and that's out number 1. Here's Jose Flores. Batting .309, 10 doubles, 3 homers, 26 runs batted in for Flores. 2 for 8 in the series with a double and 1 run batted in. Already 1 postponement in the major leagues. Yankees and Mets rain down in the Bronx tonight. First pitch misses, ball 1 to Flores. Outfield pretty much straight away for the right-hand batter. Now Woods into his windup, the 1-0. A little bit outside at the belt, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Jose Flores making Las Vegas his 4th stop on the PCL Tour. 2-0 pitch on the way. Outside at the knees, ball 3. 3-0 the count, having played earlier in his career for Tacoma, Colorado Springs, and Sacramento. 3 balls, no strikes, the pitch. Outside, ball 4. So Flores walks on 4 straight pitches with 1 out here in the second. Brings up Jason Repko, the center fielder. 273 hitter, 3 doubles, 2 triples, no homers, 2 runs batted in. Repko appearing in just his 14th game after being called up from Double-A Jacksonville, where he was hitting .291 down in the Southern League. Flores at first, the pitch. Her ball breaks late and misses high, ball 1. 1-0 the count on Repko, 0 for 5 so far in this series. Kotsman playing in front of Flores at first. Woods ready, the pitch. Low and inside, scooped up by the catcher Nieves, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes the count on Repko. That's 6 straight pitches that have been delivered out of the strike zone by Woods. Two balls, no strikes. Woods from the belt ready. The move to first, and back in easily is Flores. Repko, a first-round sandwich pick of the Dodgers. 37 selection overall in 1999 out of Hanford High School in West Richland, Washington. The 2-0. Repko swings, and it's a high, towering fly ball left field. Adam Riggs drifting towards the line, and now in a couple of steps before making the catch for out number 2. Back to first goes Flores, and there's 2 down here in the second. Brings up Antonio Perez, who put Las Vegas ahead on the 5th pitch of the ball game with a solo home run to left field. So 2 out and a runner at Flores over at first base. And the Stingers have 4 games coming up at Tucson beginning tomorrow night, and then 3 at Edmonton. Woods from the belt ready, the pitch. And Perez takes low, ball 1. Perez made his major league debut last year, appearing in 48 games for the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. He was one of 10 D-Rays last year to make his major league debut in 2003. 1-0 pitch on the way. Off speed and over at the knees. A strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outfield, a couple of steps around towards left for Perez out of the Dominican Republic, 24 years old. Now the 1-1. Off speed, strike on the outside corner above the knees, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Folks here giving those plastic hand clappers. as they came into the ballpark, as well as some thunder sticks. Made famous in the 2002 series. Here's a swing and a foul back to the base of the screen. And the Angels and Dodgers still about 40 minutes away from getting started at Chavez Ravine, which of course was the home of the Angels when they were the Los Angeles Angels prior to the construction of Anaheim Stadium. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Perez takes a fastball high, and it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-0 Las Vegas here in the second. And home run by the hitter Perez back in the first, and an RBI ground out by Hill in the first. 2-2 to Perez, outside with a fastball, 3-2 the count. So with 2 out, the runner at first base, Flores, will automatically be on the move. Three balls, 2 strikes. The left-hander Woods ready. There goes the runner. The pitch is swung on and fouled. Back to the base of the screen. We'll do it again. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Antonio Perez. While the Stingers hit the road and go to Tucson, the Las Vegas road trip continues from here. As they head to Fresno. Runner goes on the 3-2. Ground ball to third. Takes a bit of a hop, but McPherson stays with it. And the throw across is in time to retire the side. No runs, no hits. There was a walk and 1 runner left on base. After an inning and a half, it's Las Vegas 2 and the Stingers nothing on ESPN 1230.
Finish those weekend chores early. Then reward yourself with a round of golf at the best price in town. Salt Lake City Golf Division announces big savings on great golf with weekend twilight specials for Nibley Park, Glendale, Rose Park, and Wing Point. Saturdays and Sundays after 3. Walk 9 holes at Nibley for just $6. Or play 18 with a card at Wing Point for only $26. Find all the weekend twilight specials online at slc-golf.com.
If you need car insurance, your local Geico Direct Insurance professional is here for you. There are definite advantages to having a local insurance representative. You can't beat the service, and it's nice to know a real-life person is around to answer your questions. That's why Geico Direct has a local office in Layton, staffed with professionals who know the insurance business just as well as they know the neighborhood. Call your Geico professional today. No matter what you need, you can be sure it will be well done. Call 298-9336. That's 298-9336, right here in Layton.
Opportunity isn't just knocking, it's pounding. Right now, you can pick any new Honda motorcycle, scooter, or ATV in stock with 0 down payment and 6.9% fixed APR for up to 5 years through American Honda Finance Corporation. So get down to Stedman's Recreation in Tooele. Financing available to qualified buyers. Payment example, 60 monthly payments of $19.75 for each $1,000 financed. Offer good through June 30th, 2004. Other restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
All right, we go to the bottom of the second inning. 2-0 Las Vegas. Mark Johnson for the 51s to face Dallas McPherson, Adam Riggs, and Brian Gordon here in the bottom of the second inning. So McPherson to lead it off, batting .333, 3 for 9 since joining the Stingers from Arkansas. 1 double, 1 homer, and 2 runs batted in for McPherson. Last year's minor league co-player of the year in the Angels organization. So Mark Johnson on the mound. Starts his windup. The first pitch to McPherson. And it's a fastball strike on the outside corner above the knees. 0-1. Time now for a look at this date in baseball history. Brought to you by Stedman's Recreation in Tooele. Just 20 minutes from the ballpark. Visit Stedman's, where you deal with the owner, not a salesman. The 0-1 breaking ball misses inside to the left-hand batter. 1-1 the count. On this date in 1995, Rockies first baseman Andres Galarraga hits home runs in the 6th, 7th, and 8th innings against the Padres to tie a major league record. With a swing and a foul back off to our left. 1-2 the count on McPherson. He's the 4th major leaguer to clout 3 home runs in 3 consecutive innings. one in each frame. Now the pitch to McPherson, swing and a foul, in and out of the glove. The catcher, Coy Hill, as McPherson barely stays alive, and the count remains 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This date in 1988, Cal Ripken Jr. played his 1,000th consecutive game. 1-2 pitch on the way, swinging a ground ball at the first base side and foul. The count remains 1-2 at the time. It was the 6th longest consecutive game streak in Major League history. On this date in 1988, the Angels opened the game with just 2 outfielders. The center fielder, Devon White's in the clubhouse finishing a phone call when the game started. Right fielder Chili Davis tried to alert the umpires, but no one notices him. Ball was never hit to the outfield. The 1-2 pitch outside the ball, 2-2 to McPherson. And the Angels still beat the Brewers 7-3. Just 2 outfielders to begin the game, but they caught a break. The ball wasn't hit to center field, where the center fielder, White, was absent. 2-2 breaking ball misses inside above the knees, and the count on McPherson is full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Dallas McPherson leading off here in the second for the Stingers. Johnson ready, the pitch. Swinging and a foul tip into the glove. The catcher, Coy Hill. Second strikeout for Mark Johnson, and there's 1 down here in the Salt Lake second. Here's Adam Riggs, the left fielder, batting .300, 16 doubles, 4 triples, 11 homers, 40 runs batted in. Riggs yesterday named as the Salt Lake representative for the PCL team for the upcoming AAA All-Star game at Pawtucket. First pitch to Riggs, up high, ball 1. 1-1 the count on the right-hand batter. Adam 2 for 9 in this series. Now the wind by Johnson, the pitch. Riggs swings and he misses 1-1. On this date in 1976, the Rangers' Toby Harrah becomes the only shortstop in Major League history to go through an entire doubleheader, playing all 18 innings without receiving a fielding chance. 1-1 pitch on the way. Fastball up and in, 2-1. He was busy at the plate with 6 hits in the doubleheader, including a grand slam. Can't imagine a shortstop going through a doubleheader without 1 fielding opportunity. 2 balls and a strike on Riggs as Johnson deals. Down low for ball 3. 3-1 the count on Adam. Stingers trailing 2-0 here in the second. Mark Johnson started off the game by retiring the first 4 batters he's faced. 2 of them via strikeout. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Riggs. Swing and a pop-up. First base side and playable. Rick Bell straddling the line, and on the fair side of the stripe, backpedals to make the catch for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. Brings up Brian Gordon. The right fielder hitting .289, 16 doubles, 3 triples, a club leading 14 homers and 46 runs batted in. He's 3 for 10 in this series. All 3 of his hits have been for extra bases. 1 of each. So 2 outs, nobody on base. Now Johnson's pitch. Low, ball 1. On this date in 1971, now actor Kurt Russell made his pro baseball debut for Bend of the Northwest League, picking up a single, a double, and 2 stolen bases. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss, 1-1. His baseball career would be ended by injury 2 years later. And I guess he's done all right for himself. On this date, the Montreal Expos in 1971 traded Ron Swoboda to the New York Yankees. Long-time Met, as there's a strike in the outside corner at the knees, 1-2. Ron, of course, has been, since their inception, one of the broadcasters for the New Orleans Zephyrs Ball Club of the PCL. 1-2 pitch to Gordon. Swing a sharp ground ball on 1 hop to Bell at first. He'll take it 4 steps to the bag, and that'll do it for the Stingers in the second as they're up and down in order for a second straight inning. After 2, it's Las Vegas 2, and the Stingers nothing on ESPN 1230.
what can I do for you today?
I came to say goodbye.
Goodbye?
I'm thinking of seeing another Chevy dealership.
Oh.
I've always been happy here at Gus Paula's.
Did we do something wrong?
No, of course not. It's just that, well, this other place is advertising a big rebate on a new truck, and I don't want to go. I love you guys. Your service is the best, and Gus is so easy to deal with. This is the worst day of my life.
Sir?
Yeah.
The rebate the dealership is offering? We can match it.
You can?
Any rebates or incentives they offer, we offer.
So I can stay with Gus and still save money?
Yes, you can.
Oh, man, can I have a hug?
No, you can't. But I will get you a tissue.
For the best deals on an American revolution of Chevy cars and trucks, all you have to do is look down. Lay down.
Sorry, I almost got emotional there.
Almost?
I was holding back a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I used to coach football.
I see.
Gus Paula Chevrolet. With Gus, anything is possible.
Golfing with your children just became this summer's best family entertainment value. Salt Lake City Golf Division announces big savings on family golf with weekend Twilight Junior specials for Rose Park, Glendale, Wing Point, and Jordan River Par 3. Saturdays and Sundays after 6, up to 3 juniors golf free with a paid adult green fee. That's up to a $40 savings. Find all the weekend Twilight Junior specials online at flc-golf.com.
Go to the third. It is a 2-0 ball game in favor of Las Vegas. Nick Theodoro, Coy Hill, and Chin Feng Chen, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in Terry Kennedy's batting order, due up to face left-hander Jake Woods. Theodoro hit the sinking liner that Adam Riggs tried to make the diving catch on in the first. Riggs came up empty, and Theodoro ended up at third with a triple and scored on the ground out by Coy Hill. So here's Nick Theodoro. He's Las Vegas' representative in the AAA All-Star Game, July 14th at Pawtucket, Rhode Island. So Woods, the left-hander, ready to go, and the first pitch to Theodoro. Low and inside, ball 1 to the right-hand batter. It's also time to find out what's happening under the lights tonight at the PCL and Major League Baseball, brought to you by GE Lighting and the new Reveal light bulb. You can check out the Reveal bulb at your locally owned Ace Hardware store. 1-0 pitch on the way, and it's a little bit low, ball 2. In the PCL in Game 1 of a doubleheader at New Orleans, Omaha beats the Zephyrs 6-5. Nothing in yet on Game 2. Now the wind by Woods, the 2-0. Swung on and crushed to left center field. Adam Riggs, a long run. That ball's up there. It's out there, and it is gone. Nick Theodoro with his 4th home run of the year and his 27th run batted in. And it's now 3-0 Las Vegas. Second home run of the game for the 51s. Theodoro went the entire 59 games that he played last season without a home run. And he's got 4 this year. So now a 3-0 Las Vegas lead, and the batter will be Coy Hill, who brought in a run with a ground out his first time up. First pitch misses low, ball 1. Woods has spent most of the night behind in the count. In the 6th at Des Moines, Iowa trails Nashville 3-1. Time called as a ball. Winds up back out on the field and left. Memphis and Colorado Springs in a rain delay along the Front Range. After 1 at Albuquerque, the Isotopes in Oklahoma are scoreless. Later on, Edmonton at Tucson, Fresno hosts Tacoma, and Sacramento is at Portland. Here's a pitch, swing and a foul. 1 ball, 1 strike on Hill. 1 game in the National League. They're in the 8th at Cincinnati. The Reds, with a 6-run 7th, have overtaken the Pirates 6-4. 1-1 pitch. Hill pops it up foul, first base side and onto the roof. 1-2 the count. Willie Mo Pena with his 7th home run in that 6-run inning. In interleague play, they're in a rain delay in the 8th at Boston. The Red Sox pummeling Philadelphia 12-1. The 1-2 pitch to Hill. Swung on, chopped toward short. Smith backs up on it, takes the high hop. On the backhand side, the throw to first. In time for the out. Nicely done by Casey Smith, and there's 1 away here in the 3rd. Here's Chin Feng Chen. Struck out swinging his first time up. Manny Ramirez has hit his 20th home run for the Red Sox. Former Buzzman David Ortiz with his 18th. Pitch on the way. Chen takes a strike at the knees, 0-1. Jim Thome with his major league leading 25th for Philadelphia. Now Woods the 0-1 to Chen. Curveball is low, 1-1 the count. A back and forth ball game at Cleveland. The Indians and the Rockies are tied at 8 in the 8th. 1-1 pitch on the way. Chopped towards third. McPherson waits for the second bounce. Has to hurry. Throws to first just in time to get Chen. 2 up, 2 down. After the home run by Theodoro, and that'll bring up Luis Garcia, who singled to left his first time up. Larry Walker with his first 2 home runs of the year for Colorado in that ball game. Another former Buzzman, Casey Blake with his 13th. Ben Broussard with his 3rd for Cleveland. At the bottom of the 8th at Baltimore, the Orioles are shutting out Atlanta 5-0. Melvin Mora with his 12th home run for the Orioles. Jake Woods ready. First pitch to Garcia. In at the knees, a strike, and it's 0-1. In the 6th at Texas, the Rangers lead the Astros 2-0. After 5 at Kansas City, the Cardinals lead the Royals 4-0. Here's a pitch line down the left field line, hooking, but it's a fair ball into the corner. Adam Riggs will give chase. Rounding first and heading for second is Luis Garcia with a 2-out double. His second hit of the game and his 11th 2-bagger of the season. So 5 hits for Las Vegas, 4 of which have been of the extra base variety. That'll bring up Rick Bell, who struck out swinging his first time up. John Mabry has hit his 4th home run for St. Louis in that ball game. Bottom of the 5th at Minnesota, the Twins lead Milwaukee 5-0. Later on, San Diego at Seattle, San Francisco at Oakland, and the Dodgers host the Angels. The rest are all finals. We'll get to those after the first pitch to Bell. Curveball chopped over the glove of the pitcher Woods, charging the second baseman thrower. He's off balance, tossed to first in time for the out to retire the side. 1 run on the leadoff home run by Theodoro. 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. It's Las Vegas 3 and the Stingers nothing on ESPN 1230.
There's never been a better time to buy a new Ford Explorer or Expedition, because right now at Ed Kenley Ford in Layton, you'll find up to $5,000 cash back, or 0% financing for up to 60 months plus $2,000 cash back. And when you buy today, we'll even buy your gas for the rest of the year. So come take your pick from our huge selection of 2004 Explorers, Explorer Sport Tracks, and Expeditions. And with your purchase, receive a $650 gift card. Good for gas, shopping, food, or even towards your own down payment on your new Explorer or Expedition. We've got over $10 million in inventory, all summer priced with great savings right now. So see us today for the deal of the year. Remember, if you want to save money, don't be lured anywhere else, because bottom line, you can't get a better deal. Buy or lease, new or used, we've got your car, we've got your truck, we've got your deal, and we'll buy your gas for the rest of the year. So what are you waiting for? Come in now to Ed Kenley Ford at 1888 North Main, halfway between Salt and Ogden, right here in Layton.
Baseball fans, picture yourself at home plate in Franklin Covey Field taking batting practice with Man-Made Mornings and the Salt Lake Stingers. Thanks to Associated Food Stores, you could be swinging for the fences. Keep listening for details on how you can join Dave and Allen from Man-Made Mornings for batting practice with your Salt Lake Stingers. Thanks to your local neighborhood Associated Food Store and 1320 K-Fan.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
All right, we go to the bottom of the 3rd, 3-0 Las Vegas. Will Nieves, Curtis Pride, and Casey Smith, the bottom 3rd of the order, due up as Las Vegas starter Mark Johnson's retired the first 6 batters he's faced. Will Nieves has started off hitting .286. 11 doubles, 6 triples, which ties for the league lead. 5 homers and 29 runs batted in. 3 for 8 in this series. All of his hits have been for extra bases. We'll finish up that scoreboard here with the completed games. First pitch to Nieves, ball 1. Cubs over the White Sox 7-4 as they broke it open with a 4-run fifth, followed by a 2-run sixth. Now the 1-0 to Nieves. Into the dirt, ball 2 with a breaking ball. Mark Pryor the winner, 2-1. John Garland the loser, 5-5. Former Buzzman LaTroy Hawkins with his 10th save. Detroit edged Arizona 2-1. 2-0 to Nieves. Strike at the knees on the outside corner, 2-1. Toronto topped Montreal 3-1. Tampa Bay shut out Florida 2-0. Brazelton and Baez combined on a 2-hitter. And the Mets and Yankees rain down in the Bronx as Nieves lifts one down the right field line, slicing towards the corner and going foul. So the count on Nieves is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Three to nothing Las Vegas here in the third. Now Johnson ready. The windup. Here's the 2-2. Swung on in line. Left center field. That's going to be in there for a base hit. And it's going to scoot by Repko and go all the way to the wall. Nieves into second base, digging into the bag for a leadoff double. First hit of the ball game for the Stingers. And for Will Nieves, that's his 12th two-base hit of the year. Repko racing to his right was unable to cut it off, but got back to the wall quickly to hold Nieves to 2 bases. That'll bring up Curtis Pride, the designated hitter, batting .368, 2 doubles, a homer, 7 runs batted in, 3 for 7 in the series. Pride has hit safely in the last 4 games. Johnson ready. The pitch to Pride. Swing and a foul. Back to the screen. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Associated Press reporting that free agent third baseman Aaron Boone has reached a tentative agreement on a 2-year contract with Cleveland. As the Indians outbid several other teams for Boone, they'll sign him this weekend if he passes his physical. Now the 0-1 pitch to Pride. Swung on, high bouncing ball, left side. Flores waits for the second hop. He has to hurry, and Pride beats it out. Curtis hustling down the line all the way, beats out the high bouncer. And runners are at the corners now with nobody out as Flores waited for the second hop, and that cost him the out. So runners at the corners, no one out. The batter, Casey Smith, the shortstop. Smith batting .315, 7 doubles, 2 triples, no homers, 15 runs batted in. Casey has hit safely in 6 straight games. He's 4 for 14 in this series. So runners at the corners, nobody out. First pitch to Smith. Strike called, snap toward to first, and Pride is back in, standing up. No balls, 1 strike the count. Stingers trying to cut into this 3-0 Las Vegas lead here in the third. Johnson, we mentioned, was originally a first-round pick of Houston in '96. Now Johnson ready, the 0-1. Swung on, little flare towards right. Theodoro there as it carried out to him. He'll make the catch. Nieves will tag at third and come on home with the first run of the ball game for the Stingers on Casey Smith's sacrifice fly. Got fooled on that one when it left his bat. I thought it was a shallow fly ball that had a chance to drop, but it carried deep enough to Theodoro to allow Nieves to score. Smith with his 16th run batted in of the year and his first sacrifice fly. Curtis Pride held it first, so it's now a 3-1 ball game. And the batter will be Zach Sorensen, who was called out on strikes his first time up. So 1 on, 1 out here in the third. The toss to first, and Pride is back. Curtis Pride, good speed over at first. We saw him beat out that ground ball for the base hit. Now Johnson ready. The pitch to Zach. Change up in under the letters for a strike, and it's 0-1 to Sorensen. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the right-hander Johnson, awaiting the signs from Brumley over at third. Now Johnson ready, the 0-1. Sorensen swings and lines one through the hole into left field, a base hit. Stopping at second base is Curtis Pride as Zach Sorensen extends his hitting streak to 5 straight games. So runners at first and second base, 1 out. The batter will be Jake Thrower, who grounded out to second his first time up. Johnson, as we mentioned, a first-round pick of the Astros in '96 in November of '97. He was traded to the Florida Marlins by the Astros in the deal that brought Moises Alou from Florida to Houston. Stingers trailing 3-1, but they have runners at first and second base. And 1 out. Johnson ready, the pitch. Strike on the outside corner, just under the belt. 0-1 the count on Thrower. Stingers going for the 799th win in franchise history tonight. Johnson ready, the 0-1. Little bit inside, evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 the count on Jake. Runners at first and second base, 1 out. Johnson's pitch. Swung on, driven into right center field. Repko a long run. He won't get to it. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. Here comes Curtis Pride. Here comes Zach Sorensen with a tying run. Racing for third. Jake Thrower slides, and he's in with a triple. 2-run score, and the game is all tied at 3-3. Jake Thrower ripping one up the alley in right center field. His second 3-base hit of the season. And that ties the game, and the Stingers now with the go-ahead run at third. And only 1 out. And the batter will be Casey Kotzman, who bounced out to first his initial time up. So Kotzman with a chance to put the Stingers ahead here in the third. Infield back this early, conceding the run on a ground ball except at third. Pitch, a fastball up and in. Spun Kotzman around. One ball, no strikes. Thrower the lead run at third after his triple. Now has 32 RBI on the season. 1-0 pitch to Kotzman. Strike on the outside corner, just under the belt, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Johnson looks over at third, the pitch. Line drive, right field. Coming in to make the catch, Theodoro. Tagging his thrower. Here he comes. Here comes the throw. Not in time. The throw was cut off by Riggs. His relay was late. Thrower scores on the sacrifice fly by Casey Kotzman, and the Stingers have a 4-3 lead. So Kotzman drives in his 11th run as a Stinger in just his 14th game. So 2 sacrifice flies by the Stingers in the third. Now here's Alec McPherson, who struck out swinging his first time up. So the bases are empty. 2 outs and 4 in for the Stingers here in the third. The first pitch is a changeup high, ball 1. 1-0 the count on Dallas McPherson. Johnson's pitch. Swing and a tap foul. Up the first base side, and it evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. The heaviest of the showers missed to the south. Looked like it bore in on Provo. Some more showers forming near the state line. But so far, anyway, it's been dry here at the ballpark. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on McPherson as Johnson starts his windup for the pitch. And it's a little bit inside above the knees, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Breeze out of the northwest now, blowing out. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss as McPherson was out in front of it. That evens the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now Johnson into his windup, the pitch. Swinging a ground ball right side. Backhand over the first baseman Bell. The underhand lead toss to Johnson covering and plenty of time to retire McPherson and the side. But the Stingers roar back to take the lead with 4 runs on 4 hits. No errors and nobody left on base. We go to the 4th. It's now the Stingers 4 and Las Vegas 3 on ESPN 1230.
Don't forget to pick up the kids. Can you stop by the bank? I'm running late. Where are you? Why are you coming home? Can you stop by the store? You in trouble? I need a ride. There are many reasons you need a wireless phone.
What's yours?
So many. It's okay. Just sit down and relax. Let Alert Cellular, a T-Mobile authorized dealer, become your personal wireless consultant. Let's start off with an incredible offer. Sign up for T-Mobile's Get More plan.
You get 600 whenever minutes with unlimited nights and weekends.
For $39.99 a month. So get to Alert Cellular, your T-Mobile authorized dealer today. Located in most major malls along the Wasatch Front from Logan to St. George. Call 484-PHONE. That's 484-FONE. Alert Cellular, your T-Mobile authorized dealer says,
don't be left out.
Come see any Alert Cellular dealer for all the details. Some restrictions apply. See printed materials in Alert Cellular stores for complete details.
Make this a picture-perfect summer with Alert Cellular and T-Mobile. Listen for more details on how you and your family could win monthly family fun packages or a vacation for 4.
Baseball is full of colors. The Reds, the White Sox, the big green monster. No sport has more to do with color than baseball. The other place color is key is in cars. If your bumper's scratched, dented, or torn, it takes away from its value. That's where Dent Pro Colors comes along. Dent Pro Colors offers on-site service. They have the latest technology in color matching, and they guarantee their work. So call 877-DENT-PRO. That's 877-DENT-PRO. Dent Pro Colors, automotive excellence.
Finally go to the 4th. Jake Woods now on the mound with the lead by a score of 4-3. Eric Riggs, Jose Flores, and Jason Repko, the bottom third of the order. 2 up for the Las Vegas 51s. The pitch, Riggs takes outside for a ball. Want to know the count of the right-hand batter? Now Woods ready, the 1-0 pitch. Riggs takes a breaking ball low, ball 2, 2-0. Woods trying to come back with a strong inning after his teammates gave him the lead. Now Woods ready, the 2-0. Strike in at the knees, 2-1 the right-hand batter. Two and 1 the count. Woods left-handed. The pitch swung on and popped up foul. First base side out of play. Let's pause. 10 seconds for station identification. This is Salt Lake Stingers baseball.
KHUS Murray, Salt Lake City. This is ESPN Radio AM 1230. The worldwide leader in sports. A Citadel Broadcasting Station.
2-2 pitch, swing and a miss by Eric Riggs on a pitch that was probably about Bill the Cap high. He tried to climb the ladder and get that one, but missed it. Strikeout number 3 for Jake Woods, and there's one down here in the 4th. Brings up Jose Flores, who walked his first time up. Time now to find out who's hot and who's cold in the PCL. Brought to you by your Bryant Heating and Cooling dealers. To keep cool this summer and warm next winter, visit any of your Utah area Bryant Heating and Cooling dealers. Woods ready. First pitch to Flores, and it's high, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Jason Jones of Oklahoma has the longest current hitting streak in the league at 13 games, hitting .440 during that streak. Pitch a strike. A changeup in the outside corner, just under the belt, 1-1. Chris Burke still hasn't played for a while. He has a 30-game on base streak. I don't think I saw where he would be who would have been called up to Houston. There's a pitch and punch into right field. That's going to land on the lawn for a base hit. Played on the second hop by Brian Gordon. And Jose Flores is aboard with a one-out single. Hit number 6 in the ball game for Las Vegas. Here's Jason Repko. Flying out to Adam Riggs his first time up. Meanwhile, as far as teams are concerned, all the long streaks ended yesterday one way or the other. The pitch, Repko swings and winds it foul down near the Las Vegas bullpen along the left field line for strike one. Matter of fact, only one team has won 7 of its last 10. Everybody else 6 or less. That would be Memphis, winners of 7 of their last 10. On the downside, Fresno's lost 8 of 10. First pitch to Repko, up high for a ball, 1 the count. On the cold side as well, you've got New Orleans and Salt Lake having both lost 7 of their last 10. One ball, 1 strike on the right hand hitting Jason Repko. Woods ready, and the move to first sends Flores back. One ball, 1 strike to Repko. Began his career as a shortstop, but moved to the outfield a couple of years ago. Slow curve in at the knees, a strike, and it's 1-2. Matter of fact, he was the Pioneer League's all-star shortstop playing for Great Falls in 1999. 1-2, the count on Repko. Woods ready to glance towards first. The pitch home. Fastball high and away. Ball 2. 2-2 the count on the right-hand batter. Stingers leading 4-3 thanks to a 4-run bottom of the third. And we're now in the top of the fourth. Woods ready. The 2-2. Swing and a high pop fly. Shallow center. Coming on is Sorensen. He's there, and he'll put it away for out number 2. 2 down here in the fourth. That'll bring us back to the top of the order, and Antonio Perez, who's homered and grounded to third. So Antonio Perez, the batter. And the Stingers in Tucson tomorrow. We'll run down the upcoming schedule coming up in the next half inning. Woods first pitch to Perez. The runner goes. The curveball's a strike. The throw to second base is high and into center field. And so Flores will get up and go to third. Jose Flores with his 3rd stolen base in as many tries. He'll take third on the throwing error by Will Nieves. And so with a count of 0-1 on Perez, the 51s now have the tying run at third with 2 out. No balls, 1 strike to the right-hand batter. Woods ready, the pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-2, and a pitch down and away. No balls, 2 strikes on Perez, who came from Cincinnati to the Seattle organization back in 2000 in the Griffey trade. Fastball just outside at the knees, 1-2 the count. When he made his major league debut last year, Perez began his career with a 9-game hitting streak, the 8th player in the major leagues to do that since 1990. 1-2 pitch is sliced foul off the facing of the upper deck, caroming down below. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count on Perez. White Sox have put pitcher Scott Schoenweiss on the 15-day disabled list, the former Angel, due to left elbow inflammation. They recall pitcher Felix Diaz from AAA Charlotte. Now the 1-2. High and outside, 2-2 as expected. The Marlins put Josh Beckett back on the disabled list, this time with an intercostal strain on his left side, and recall pitcher Michael Tejera from Albuquerque. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Woods ready to pitch. Swing and a miss and a pitch in the dirt. He struck him out, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left. Strikeout number 4 for Jake Woods. As we go to the bottom of the 4th, it's the Stingers 4 and Las Vegas 3 on ESPN 1230.
You asked for it. Now at Upper Limit Fitness, we're pleased to announce that our new clearance zone is in all 3 of our stores. The Upper Limit Clearance Zone is a store within a store, bursting at the seams with fantastic savings on new and used quality fitness equipment. You'll discover unbelievable savings on strength equipment, treadmills, bikes, free weights, and gyms. You'll find reconditioned exercise equipment with factory warranty, special deals on benches and bikes, dumbbell racks up to 70% off, Olympic 300-pound sets with base and weights as low as $119, with weight plates for under 30 cents a pound. Our clearance zone is a great place to save on quality fitness equipment, new and used, demos and odds and ends. Check out the great deals on top quality treadmills, bikes, home gyms, and free weights, all at huge clearance zone discounts. Come into any Upper Limit location and look for the clearance zone sign and get ready to save. Upper Limit Fitness, 815 West 2400 South in Salt Lake, 1345 South State in Orem, and at the corner of Antelope and Hillfield Road in Layton.
Connected Wireless is growing to better serve you with their new Provo Town Center store. Connected Wireless doesn't just sell one-of-a-kind wireless services like most wireless companies. Connected Wireless is your one-stop wireless source. They'll fix you up with the right plan and the right service from Sprint, AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile. Plus, Connected Wireless has all the latest and hard-to-find accessories. Connected Wireless will beat any deal, even internet deals. Call 205-FREE or look in the yellow pages to find one of 7 Connected Wireless locations. Get connected, stay connected with Connected Wireless.
We go to the bottom half of the 4th inning. It's 4-3 Salt Lake. Adam Riggs, Brian Gordon, Wilmy Avis due up to face right-hander Mark Johnson. Stingers with a 4-3 lead. Adam Riggs popped up to first his initial time up. Some of the other moves of the day. Kansas City recalled outfielder David DeJesus of Omaha and option pitcher Chris George back to the O-Royals. They transferred catcher Kelly Stinnett to the 60-day disabled list. Montreal purchased the contract of pitcher Scott Downs from Edmonton, so we'll not see Downs more than likely up in Edmonton next week. There's a breaking ball strike at the knees. 0-1 the count on Riggs. Pirates activated outfielder J.J. Davis from the disabled list and designated outfielder Ruben Mateo for assignment. The 0-1 pitch to Riggs. Down low for a ball. That evens the count at 1-1. Giants activated first baseman J.T. Snow from the disabled list and sent outright first baseman Damon Minor back to Fresno. 1 ball, 1 strike on Riggs. The pitch swung on, grounded on 1 hop to third. Backhanded by Eric Riggs, no relation, and the throw to first in plenty of time for the out. 1 away. I guess it would be wrong to say that play was rigged. Here's Brian Gordon, bounced out to Bell at first his initial time up. The Mariners have recalled left-hander Matt Thornton from Tacoma and option infielder Ramon Santiago back to the Rainiers. So 1 out, nobody on for the Stingers here in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch to Gordon, swung on, popped up foul. Third base side out of play, strike 1. Here's a look ahead at the Stingers schedule, brought to you by University of Utah football. The defending Mountain West Conference and Liberty Bowl champs play 6 home games, starting with Texas A&M and finishing with BYU. Season tickets are now available at 581-UTIX or online at utahutes.com. The 0-1 to Gordon, swung on, popped up, and this one's playable along the third base side. Eric Riggs crossing into foul territory near the bag has it for out number 2. 2 down, that'll bring up Wilmy Avis, who doubled and scored in the third. U of U football, you ain't seen nothing yet. The Stingers embark on a 7-game road trip with the first 4 in Tucson. 8 o'clock starts Mountain Time, Saturday, Monday, and Tuesday, 7 o'clock on Sunday. Steve Green tomorrow for the Stingers against left-hander Mike Gosling in a rematch of a game 4 days ago. Sunday, Mike Brunet goes for the Stingers against right-hander Casey Daigle for the Sidewinders. Jason Middlebrook on Monday will face right-hander Edgar Gonzalez. Pitch to Nieves up high. Ball one. Will doubled and scored in the third. Chris Butchek goes Tuesday against right-hander Phil Stockman. Then the Stingers head to Edmonton. 1-0 pitch to Nieves. Strike on the inside corner at the belt. 1-1. 8:05 start Wednesday. 1:35 on Thursday, July 1st, Canada Day, and 7:05 on Friday. An off day Saturday before the big 4th of July extravaganza here. 1-1 pitch is fouled back to the screen. 1-2 the count. And a 7 o'clock start here on the 4th of July. And of course, the big fireworks show here on the 4th. Get your tickets now at the box office. The phone line are open at 485-3800 or StingersBaseball.com as Nieves tomahawks one into right. A sinking liner that drops in front of Nick Theodoro for a base hit. So Will Nieves is 2 for 2. Hit number 5 for the Stingers. That'll bring up Curtis Pride, who reached on an infield single and scored in the third. So runner at first base, 2 outs here in the 4th. 4-3 Stingers here in the 4th. Right-hander Mark Johnson from the belt. The pitch to Pride, and it's down low. Ball 1. 1-0 the count on Curtis. Joined the Stingers on May 28th as a free agent. Missed a couple of weeks or so with a hamstring injury, the first of his 19-year career, according to Curtis. 1-0 pitch on the way. Check swing. Did he go around on a pitch in the dirt? Yes, he did. And the count's even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Clyde last in the PCL with Nashville in 2002. One ball, 1 strike on Pride. The pitch. Swung on and roped towards left center field. Repko on the run, reaches out and makes a backhanded catch to take a hit away from Curtis Pride. A sinking line drive. Repko racing in and to his right, able to backhand it off his shoe top to rob Pride of a hit. No runs, 1 hit. 1 runner left on base. We go to the 5th. It's the Stingers 4 and Las Vegas 3 on ESPN 1230.
Buy for less than dealer cost. Now is your chance to buy a new Dodge truck for only $49 over factory invoice. Plus, take an additional rebate up to $5,500 from Dodge and Layton Hills Dodge. Hear that again. Up to an additional $5,500 rebate. Your cost is below Layton Hills Dodge cost. Layton Hills Dodge has over 100 trucks in stock with more units arriving daily. Layton Hills Dodge must make room for this inventory. This special sale is on all trucks. Hemi, heavy-duty diesel, quad cab, half-ton, all in stock and priced and moved this week. If you're looking or even thinking about getting a new truck, now's the time. And Layton Hills Dodge is the place. Pay less than invoice at Layton Hills Dodge. This week only and only at Layton Hills Dodge. See dealer for details. All prices after deep rebates from Dodge and Layton Hills Dodge. Layton Hills Dodge, 650 North Main Street, Layton. Located halfway between Salt Lake and Ogden. Drive a little, save a lot.
2 of the fastest growing crimes in Utah are fraud and forgery. Don't be a victim. Have sensitive and confidential documents disposed of safely at Certified Shred. With Certified Shred, you can have your items shredded on site with their state-of-the-art mobile shredding truck, or you can let their secured personnel do it off-site. To contact the bonded and insured professionals at Certified Shred, call 972-4748. They've been handling the removal of sensitive documents for over 5 years, so they know what they're doing. Certified Shred, 972-4748.
All right, we go to the 5th inning, 4-3 in favor of the Stingers. Nick Theodoro, Coy Hill, and Chin Feng Chen, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, to face left-hander Jake Woods. Our 5th inning, middle of the game reset of the Stingers defensive alignment, courtesy of the Phone Directories Company. Cover your bases using the phone book with the beautiful cover. Or you can look up what you need at myphonedirectory.com. Stingers with Adam Riggs in left, Zach Sorensen in center, and Brian Gordon in right. Dallas McPherson at third, Casey Smith at short, Jake Thrower at second, and Casey Kotzman's at first. The battery of Jake Woods pitching, and Will Nieves catching. Here's Nick Theodoro, who tripled and scored in the first and led off the third with a home run. So Theodoro to lead things off. Wind has shifted again, and now it's blowing in out of the south from right field. First pitch, a curveball over for a strike, and it's 0-1 on Theodoro. 4 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Stingers. 3-6-0 for Las Vegas. The 0-1. Fastball strike on the outside corner at the knees. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Vladimir Guerrero's first inning home run has put the Angels out in front of the Dodgers 1-0. Anaheim still batting in the top of the first. 0-2 the count on Nick Theodoro as Woods delivers. Swung on, chopper toward short, cut off for the third baseman McPherson to his left. Throws a strike to first for the out. 1 away. That'll bring up Coy Hill, who's grounded out twice, the first time bringing in home a run. Now Jose Guillen's hit a 2-run homer. And the Angels lead the Dodgers and Jose Lima 3-0. So Coy Hill the batter now. Some big first innings on the West Coast by the visiting teams. San Diego scored 3 in the top of the first at Seattle and lead the Mariners 3-0. First pitch to Hill, bounced on 2 hops to third. Up with it is McPherson. The throw across low, but dug out by Kotzman for the out. 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up Chien-Ping Chen, who's 0 for 2. San Francisco has scored 5 in the first off Barry Zito, and they're still batting, leading 5-0. Davy Cruz and Pedro Feliz have homered for the Giants. And the Angels have 3 in the top of the first and still batting against the Dodgers. So 2 outs, nobody on base as Woods delivers. A fastball high, ball 1. 1-0 the count on Chien-Ping Chen. The pitch. Low and outside. Backhanded by the catcher Nieves, and the count's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Activity beginning to stir now in the Stingers bullpen. Woods has thrown a lot of pitches. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Cam Esslinger throwing down in the Stingers bullpen. 2-1 pitch on the way. Breaking ball. He went around and a pitch down and in. And the count on Chen is even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count on Chien-Ping Chen. The pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt. This time he held up. And the count is full at 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Woods ready with a payoff pitch. Swing and a miss and a pitch away. He struck him out. Strikeout number 5 for Jake Woods. 3 up, 3 down. Go the 51s in the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Halfway through this scheduled 9-rounder, it's the Stingers 4, Las Vegas 3 on ESPN 1230.
Home equity loans are easy to get at Mountain America Credit Union. Easier, perhaps, than deciding what to do with the money.
We could get a deck and a hot tub.
Remodel the bathroom and a jetted tub.
Once you make up your mind, you'll pay no appraisal fees, no origination fees, no closing costs, and no annual fees at Mountain America.
A snowmobile.
Try a snow blower.
While you're deciding what to do with the money, call or visit Mountain America Credit Union or log on to mtnamerica.org.
How about a widescreen TV?
How about storm windows with screens?
At Mountain America Credit Union, we make getting home equity loans easy. So get approved.
An ATV.
A riding lawnmower.
Unfortunately, we're no help at all when it comes to deciding what to do with the money.
Oh, come on, lighten up. Okay, let's get a fishing boat.
Oh, you want water? We'll take a cruise.
Mountain America Credit Union, member NCUA, and equal opportunity lender.
Baseball fans, picture yourself at home plate in Franklin Covey Field taking batting practice with Man-Made Mornings and the Salt Lake Stingers. Thanks to Associated Food Stores, you could be swinging for the fences. Keep listening for details on how you can join Dave and Allen from Man-Made Mornings for batting practice with your Salt Lake Stingers. Thanks to your local neighborhood Associated Food Store and 1320 KFAN.
We go to the bottom of the fifth inning. It's 4-3 Stingers. Casey Smith, Zach Sorensen, and Jake Thrower to face right-hander Mark Johnson. And in case the weather becomes a factor in this ball game, doesn't really matter anymore. It's now an official ball game. Casey Smith to lead things off. Drove in a run with a sacrifice fly his first time up. Our fifth inning, middle of the game, reset of the Las Vegas defensive alignment, courtesy of the Phone Directories Company. Chin Feng Chen, Jason Repko, and Nick Theodoro in left, center, and right. Eric Riggs at third, Jose Flores at short, Antonio Perez at second, and Rick Bell at first. A battery of Mark Johnson pitching and Coy Hill catching. Smith bunts at the first pitch and misses for a strike 0-1. No balls, one strike to count. 4 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Stingers. 3-6-0 for Las Vegas. Johnson ready to pitch. Strike on the inside corner, just under the bell. The count on Casey is 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Now the pitch. Low and outside. To the right-hand batter. 1-2 the count on Casey. Johnson, out of the Dayton, Ohio area originally, was recruited by Ohio State to play safety in football, but opted to go to the University of Hawaii instead, where he ended up 12th in 1996 among NCAA pitchers with 132 strikeouts. Here's a swing and a chopper to the right side. Charging Perez has it, and the flip to first for the out. Smith retired, 1 away. Here's Zach Sorensen.
Number 37, Zach.
1 for 2, single to left and scored his last time up. And Las Vegas jumped out to a 3-0 lead with 2 in the first and 1 in the third, with the Stingers answering back with a 4-run third inning. Sorensen runs up and takes ball 1, 1-0 the count. Outfield shaded around towards left. For Sorensen, the pitch. A little bit high. Ball 2, 2-0 the count. Carlos Beltran, by the way, in the lineup for the Astros tonight against Texas. There's a ground ball through the right side and into right field, and Zach Sorensen has his second hit of the ball game. A clean single to right for his second hit, and hit number 6 for the Stingers.
Second base, number 1, Jake Thrower.
Here's Jake Thrower now, who's 1 for 2 with a triple and 2 runs batted in his last time up. So 1 on, 1 out for the Stingers in the fifth. Infield, a double play depth. Now Johnson's pitch. A fastball strike on the outside corner above the knees. 0-1. The count on Thrower. Driven in 32 runs. Just 1 fewer than all of last year with Portland, Edmonton, and AA Harrisburg. The 0-1 to Thrower. Swung on, hit deep down the right field line. Hooking towards the short porch. That's going to be up against the wall. Sorensen to third. He's being held up there by Mike Brumley. As the throw came into Perez, he dropped the ball. But Mike Brumley playing it safe, and Thrower has his 16th double of the year. And now the Stingers have runners at second and third with 1 out as they look to add to their 1-run lead. So the batter, Casey Kotzman, who drove in a run with a sacrifice fly his last time up. Boy, what a night for Larry Walker. 3 home runs. He just hit a 2-run shot in the 10th. Colorado now leading at Cleveland 10-8. Here it's 4-3 Stingers in the bottom of the 5th. Looking to add to their lead. Johnson's pitch. And it's in at the knees to Kotzman for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Infield not playing in here in the 5th inning. Harry Kennedy would rather take the out and give up the run, it appears, this point of the ball game. The 0-1. Kotzman takes outside. That evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kotzman opened the year at Arkansas, played 28 games for the Travelers, then played 28 games for the Angels before being sent back to the Stingers with the arrival to Anaheim of the previously injured Darren Erstad. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count on Kotzman. Now Johnson ready. Here's the pitch. Missed inside at the letters, 2-1 as Casey leaned back out of the way. 2-1 the count on Kotzman. Sorensen at third. Thrower at second base. The pitch. Kotzman swings at the sharp ground ball off the glove of Perez into right field. Sorensen will score. Thrower will stop at third as Kotzman dives back into first base with a throw behind him. And the Stingers now have a 5-3 lead. See how they rule that ball as Sorensen scores on it. Runners at the corners. 1 out. And the batter will be Dallas McPherson, who's 0 for 2. He's struck out and grounded out in 2 plate appearances. Kotzman being given credit for an RBI single, his second run batted into the ball game. So now the catcher Hill out in front of home plate with a defensive signal as activity begins to stir down in the Las Vegas bullpen. A right-hander is up. Harold Eckert. The pitch. Swing and a foul. Back to the screen. 0-1. 5-3 Stingers here in the 5th. Gray overcast night, but a good crowd here on a Friday night. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball, fair inside the first base bag and rolling down towards the bullpen. It hits a bullpen chair. Hit the score thrower. Kotzman around third. He will score. Racing for third, McPherson. He's in with a 2-run triple. And it's now 7-3 Salt Lake. A break for the Stingers as they couldn't get the second chair out of the way. The ball hit it, making Theodoro go a long way to get it. So McPherson with his first triple in a Stingers uniform, his third and fourth. Runs batted in. And now Roger McDowell, the pitching coach, goes out to the mound. Roger, a fixture for many years when MTV used to have that Rocket Jock softball game. Used to show up in a long wig. All kinds of different disguises. So a runner at third, 1 out. The batter will be Adam Riggs after Smith was retired to open up the inning. The Stingers have delivered 4 straight hits. So 7-3 Stingers, and Riggs is the batter. The infield in all the way around now, and the pitch to Adam. Check swing foul as the fastball came up and in. As he twisted out of the way, the ball came off his bat. Oh, 0-1, the count on Riggs. Johnson from the belt ready. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball just a little bit inside, and it evened the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. And we'll greet you tomorrow night at 7:40 from Tucson, Arizona. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Now Johnson's pitch. Swing and a high pop fly into shallow right. Theodoro, the right fielder there, now backing up, makes the catch. McPherson tagging at third. Here he comes. Here comes the throw. Safe as the ball's jarred loose by the hard slide of McPherson. And it's now an 8-3 Stingers lead. That is Salt Lake's third sacrifice fly of the night, all of them to right field. Theodoro was in position to make the play, but then the ball carried maybe an extra step or two. And so Theodoro was backpedaling when he made the catch on his heels. Still made a strong throw with the ball, and the sliding McPherson arrived simultaneously, and McPherson able to jar it free. But now here's Brian Gordon, who's 0 for 2 as the Stingers lead 8-3. There's a strike to the outside corner above the knees, 0-1. 3 sacrifice flies in the game for the Stingers. Now the pitch. Swung on, ground ball through the right side and into right center field, a base hit. Brian Gordon singles, and that extends his hitting streak to, I believe, 11 games. Yes, his longest of the year. Now here's Will Nieves. Now, all the records I've kept over the years, most sacrifice flies in one game is not one of them. But I've got to think that 3's probably pretty close. That's going to be all for Mark Johnson, as manager Terry Kennedy is going to make the Connected Wireless call to the bullpen. Get connected, stay connected with Connected Wireless. Call 205-FREE for the location nearest you. We'll tell you about Harold Eckert when we return after this 1-minute timeout on ESPN 1230.
Buy for less than dealer cost. Now is your chance to buy a new Dodge truck for only $49 over factory invoice. Plus, take an additional rebate up to $5,500 from Dodge and Layton Hills Dodge. Hear that again. Up to an additional $5,500 rebate. Your cost is below Layton Hills Dodge cost. Layton Hills Dodge has over 100 trucks in stock with more units arriving daily. Layton Hills Dodge must make room for this inventory. This special sale is on all trucks, Hemi, heavy-duty diesel, quad cab, half-ton, all in stock, and price can move this week. If you're looking or even thinking about getting a new truck, now's the time. And Layton Hills Dodge is the place. Pay less than invoice at Layton Hills Dodge. This week only and only at Layton Hills Dodge. See dealer for details. All prices after deep rebates from Dodge and Layton Hills Dodge. Layton Hills Dodge, 650 North Main Street, Layton. Located halfway between Salt Lake and Ogden. Drive a little, save a lot.
Right-hander Harold Eckert comes on the pitch for Las Vegas, and for Eckert this will be his 9th appearance of the year, his 2nd out of the bullpen. Eckert is 1-3 with a 6.75 earned run average. The PCL batting .313 against Eckert, who a couple of days ago was sent back to Double-A Jacksonville. Then they had to make a move and bring him back, with Rodney Meyer's contract being sold to Hanshin of Japan. Thing was, when he got sent down, he decided to drive his car or truck back to Jacksonville. When he got the call, he was within 4 hours of making it all the way to Jacksonville, but wisely decided, rather than turn around and drive back, Eckert decided to just go on the final 4 hours to Jacksonville and then fly back here to Salt Lake City. So Eckert comes on to face Will Nieves, who's 2 for 2. Doubled and scored in the third. Single to right in the fourth. Eckert's first pitch to Will, and it's low and inside to the right-hand batter. Ball one. Plant cannot close the books on Johnson as he's responsible for Gordon over at first base. So Harold Eckert, 6'3", 220 in his fourth year. The pitch. Fastball strike, 1-1. Was originally drafted by the Dodgers, was in the Mets organization last year before L.A. reacquired him. He's made 3 starts this year for Jacksonville. Eckert 2-0 with a 2.65 earned run average. Wind starting to pick up some more. You can hear it in our parabolic mic. The pitch low for a ball. 2-1 the count on Will Nieves. The 8th man to come to bat in the inning. Two balls, 1 strike the count. Eckert's pitch. Breaking ball outside. 3-1 the count on Nieves. 8-3 Stingers. They've had a pair of 4-run innings, 1 in the third, and they have 4 here in the 5th. Now Eckert ready, the 3-1. There goes the runner. The pitch is high, ball 4. And so Eckert walks the first batter he faces. That's the first free pass issued by a Las Vegas pitcher tonight. Here's Curtis Pride, who's 1 for 2. Robbed of a hit on a nice backhanded catch at a sinking liner in left center by the center fielder Jason Repko his last time up. So 2 on, 2 out. Now Eckert ready, the pitch to Pride. Strike at the knees in the outside corner, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count. Stingers trying to take 3 out of 4 from Las Vegas and claim their first series win since they swept the series mid-April in Fresno. 0-1 the count on Pride as time is called. Between his time at AA and AAA this year, Eckert 3-3, making him 33-14 lifetime in the minors. 0-1 the count on Pride with 2 on, 2 out. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Curtis, a veteran of 353 games played with 5 major league clubs: Montreal, Detroit, Boston, Atlanta, and the Yankees. Homered for his only hit in 12 at-bats as a Yankee last year. The 0-2 pitch to Pride. Started after it, held up as the pitch missed inside. The ball 1-2, but it barely missed. 1-2 the count. Eckert last year at Class A St. Lucie won 7 and lost 3. Now Eckert, the 1-2 to Pride. Swung on, chopped off the bare hand of Eckert, deflects behind second base. Flores doesn't have a play now. Here's the runner trying to score, and Gordon's an out, an easy out at the plate. A chopper up the middle off the bare hand of Eckert. By the time Flores could get to it behind second base, he couldn't get Pride, but Gordon kept coming around the bend as the Stingers expected Flores maybe to throw to first base, but he didn't. And threw out Gordon 6-2 at the plate. The Stingers scored 4 runs in the inning on 6 hits. No errors. 2 runners left on base. After 5, it's the Stingers 8 and Las Vegas 3 on ESPN 1230.
Oh, it was 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready. Now go, catch go, Jake. Jake over the top, baby. Yeah.
Let me tell you about Jake's Over the Top. The name comes from the insane way their monster shakes rises inches above the top of the cup. A mountain of ice cream blended with fresh fruit, nuts, candy, and cookies. Like the strawberry banana shake, the turtle shake, or the Oreo.
And if you're lonesome tonight,
join me for a burger big enough for the two of us. It's called a Big Jake Burger. This hunk of burning love is 2 quarter-pound cheeseburgers, topped with 2 slices of cheddar cheese, freshly cooked bacon, ketchup, mayo, mustard, pickles, lettuce, and tomatoes on a sesame seed bun.
Fresh strawberries and bananas mixed with mounds of rich, smooth vanilla ice cream, all blended together. Our regular fresh strawberry and banana shake has almost 2 pounds of ice cream. At Jake's, we don't stop at the top.
Thank you. Jake's Over the Top. Thank you very much.
Spring is here, and that means shorter nights. But just because there's more daylight doesn't mean you don't still need better everyday lighting. Your local Ace Hardware stores and GE Lighting can help. GE Lighting has replaced the ordinary incandescent bulb with the new Reveal bulb. Reveal bulbs make colors so crisp and clean that you truly see the difference. Guaranteed. Reveal bulbs from GE Lighting at your local Ace Hardware. Ace, the helpful place.
Go to the 6th inning. Stingers have opened up a 5-run lead at 8-3. Jake Woods now with the cushion to work with. He'll face Luis Garcia, Rick Bell, and Eric Riggs. The 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up in the Las Vegas batting order. Luis Garcia 2 for 2 with a single and a double. Boy, that wind really blowing hard and blowing in from right field. First pitch, strike on the inside corner, at the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Time now also to find out what else is happening under the lights tonight in the PCL and Major League Baseball. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 0-2. And it's brought to you by GE Lighting and the new Reveal light bulb. Check out the Reveal bulb at your locally owned Ace Hardware store. 0-2 the count on Garcia. We'll start with the PCL, but first, the 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. That's Cam Esslinger, by the way, out of the mound for Salt Lake. Cam Esslinger on the pitch for the Stingers here in the 6th inning. Jake Woods leaves after 5, gives up 6 hits, 3 runs. All of them earned. He struck out 5 and walked 1. Did give up a couple of home run balls, but both came with the bases empty. First pitch from Esslinger to Bell, low and inside, ball 1. For Esslinger, this will be his 8th appearance out of the bullpen for the Stingers. He's 1-0 with an 8.74 earned run average. As the big late kick, and now the pitch. Swinging a foul off to the right of home plate over the roof, 1-1. Omaha won at New Orleans in game 1 of a doubleheader by a score of 6-5. The nightcap scoreless after 2 between the Royals and the Zephyrs. 1-1 the count on Bell. The pitch. Swung on, driven into center field. Sorensen drifting back now to his right is there, and he'll make the shoulder high grab for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up Eric Riggs, who's bounced to third and struck out swinging. They're in the 9th at Des Moines. Iowa's come back to tie Nashville 4-4. In the 3rd at Colorado Springs, the Sky Sox, after a rain delay, lead Memphis 4-0. 5th inning at Albuquerque, 2-0 Oklahoma over the Isotopes. The pitch is high for a ball. 1-0 to Eric Riggs. In the 3rd at Fresno, no score. The Grizzlies and the Rainiers. 0-0 Edmonton at Tucson after 1. 3-0 Sacramento leads at Portland after 1. Swinging a high bouncer toward short. Smith charges. Gloves on the first bounce. Throws low, but it's dug out by Kotzman to retire the side. Cam Esslinger works a 1-2-3 6th inning. And after 5.5, it's Salt Lake 8, Las Vegas 3 on ESPN 1230.
Oh my gosh, Fred, did you see the new cable TV bill?
I saw it. Looks like they gave themselves another raise.
At this rate, we'll be paying more for cable TV than we do for gas and electricity. I'm calling that ship, guys. Sky Satellite right now.
Well, if you're sick of paying for cable with prices way too high, you need to call my friends over at Sky Satellite. You'll get a whole lot more choices. Installation is free. And get your SKY Satellite TV. Oh, you're going to love these guys over here at Sky Satellite, because you're going to love your DirecTV system.
Call Sky Satellite and get a free 4-room DirecTV system with installation. That's right, it's free. Call Sky Satellite at 978-0022. That's 978-0022.
And get your SKY Satellite TV.
Wow, 125 channels for only $29.99 a month and a free DirecTV system. Call 978-0022. That's 978-0022.
If you need car insurance, your local Geico Direct Insurance professional is here for you. There are definite advantages to having a local insurance representative. You can't beat the service, and it's nice to know a real live person is around to answer your questions. That's why Geico Direct has a local office in Layton, staffed with professionals who know the insurance business just as well as they know the neighborhood. Call your Geico professional today. No matter what you need, you can be sure it will be well done. Call 298-9336. That's 298-9336, right here in Layton.
You're listening to the Ball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Stingers batted around and scored 4 in the 5th inning, so Casey Smith will lead off for the second straight frame. Casey drove in a run with a sacrifice fly in the 3rd, bounced out to 2nd in the 5th. So his 4-game hitting streak on the line, or take that back, his 6-game hitting streak on the line. Finishing up that look at the out-of-town scores, we move to the major leagues. Cincinnati rallied from a 4-0 deficit with a 6-run 7th to beat the Pirates 6-4. Acevedo over Torres. Danny Graves with his 29th save for Cincinnati. Interleague play, Kansas City batting in the bottom of the 9th. Trailing St. Louis 5-2. First pitch to Casey, swung on and popped straight up. Third baseman Eric Riggs coming down the line, the wind pushing it well into foul territory, and he makes the catch on a ball that was ended up only about 25 feet to the left to the catcher Coy Hill. So Smith fouls out, 1 away. That'll bring up Zach Sorensen, who's 2 for 3 with a pair of singles and a pair of runs scored. Milwaukee batting in the top of the 9th, trailing at Minnesota 6-3. In the 4th at Seattle, the Padres lead the Mariners 3-0. In the 3rd at Oakland, the Giants lead the A's 5-0. In the 3rd inning at Los Angeles, the Angels lead the Dodgers 4-0. Pitch into the dirt, ball 1. Angels just added their 4th run on an RBI ground out by Darren Erstad. So 1 ball to count on Sorensen as the pitch comes home from Harold Eckert. Up high for a ball, 2-0 to count. Finals, Cubs over the White Sox on the south side today, 7-4. Detroit edged Arizona 2-1. Now the 2-0 pitch. Low and inside to Sorensen, 3-0 the count. Larry Walker with 3 home runs, including 1 in the 10th that gave Colorado a 10-8 win over Cleveland. Toronto top Montreal 3-1. As Eckert delivers the 3-0. Sorensen takes a fastball outside. He walked him. Second walk issued by Eckert. And there's a runner at first base with 1 out for Jake Thrower. 2 for 3 with a triple and a double in the ball game. A game short to 8 innings by rain as the Red Sox pounded the Phillies 12-1. Pedro Martinez raises his record to 8-3. Manny Ramirez and David Ortiz homer for the Red Sox. Tampa Bay shut out Florida 2-0 on 2 hits. Baltimore blanked Atlanta 5-0. Cabrera of 4 hitters, a swing and a smash past the diving Perez in the right field, a base hit. Sorensen will put the brakes on at second base as the throw comes through to third. Jake Thrower with his 3rd hit of the night. And runners are at first and second base with 1 out. A right-hander now up in the Las Vegas bullpen as Casey Kotzman comes up. He's driven in a pair of runs, one with a sac fly in the 3rd, the other with an RBI single in the 5th. Texas topped Houston tonight 3-1. And the Mets and Yankees were rained out in the Bronx. Here it's 8-3 in favor of the Stingers. And looking for more with runners at first and second, one out. Eckert ready, and the pitch to Kotzman. Breaking ball low, ball one. Again, a right-hander up in the Las Vegas bullpen. Now Eckert ready. The glance back towards second, and the 1-0 home. Started after it, held up as the pitch missed low, ball two. 2-0 the count. I believe that's Roy Smith down in the Las Vegas bullpen, who pitched for Sacramento last year. Now the 2-0 pitch to Casey Kotzman. Down the middle for a strike, 2-1. And Tampa Bay's win over the Marlins, their 14th win in their last 15 games. Two and one the count on Kotzman. The infield at double play depth. Eckert's pitch. Swung on, double play, ball to short. Scooped up by Flores. He'll step on the bag for one and throw to first for two. And that retires the side. 6-3 double play. Erases thrower and then eliminates Kotzman to retire the side. No runs, one hit. One runner left on base. We go to the seventh. It's the Stingers 8 and Las Vegas 3 on ESPN 1230.
Don't forget to pick up the kids. Can you stop by the bank? I'm running late. Where are you? Why are you coming home? Can you stop by the store? You in trouble? I need a ride. There are many reasons you need a wireless phone.
What's yours?
So many. It's okay. Just sit down and relax. Let Alert Cellular, a T-Mobile authorized dealer, become your personal wireless consultant. Let's start off with an incredible offer. Sign up for T-Mobile's Get More plan.
You get 600 whenever minutes with unlimited nights and weekends.
For $39.99 a month. So get to Alert Cellular, your T-Mobile authorized dealer today. Located in most major malls along the Wasatch Front from Logan to St. George. Call 484-PHONE. That's 484-FONE. Alert Cellular, your T-Mobile authorized dealer, says,
don't be left out.
Come see any Alert Cellular dealer for all the details. Some restrictions apply. See printed materials in Alert Cellular stores for complete details.
Make this a picture-perfect summer with Alert Cellular and T-Mobile. Listen for more details on how you and your family could win monthly family fun packages or a vacation for four.
Finish those weekend chores early. Then reward yourself with a round of golf at the best price in town. Salt Lake City Golf Division announces big savings on great golf with weekend twilight specials for Nibley Park, Glendale, Rose Park, and Wing Point. Saturdays and Sundays after 3. Walk 9 holes at Nibley for just $6. Or play 18 with a card at Wing Point for only twice $6. Find all the weekend twilight specials online at slc-golf.com.
Go to the seventh inning. Stingers 8, Las Vegas 3. It'll be Jose Flores, Jason Repko, and Antonio Perez to face right-hander Cam Esslinger, who begins his second inning in relief of Jake Woods. Jose Flores has walked and singled in 2 plate appearances. Flores, a better than .400 career hitter lifetime against Salt Lake. So Esslinger ready, and the first pitch to Flores. And it's a fastball inside, ball one. 1-0 the count. Now the pitch. Inside at the knees, ball two. 2-0 the count on Jose Flores. Last year he led Sacramento with a .419 average against the Stingers. Hit his first home run against Salt Lake pitching in 125 at bats. The 2-0 misses inside at the belt. Ball 3. 3-0 the count. Stingers with a pair of 4-run innings to overcome a 3-0 deficit. 3-0 pitch to Flores down the middle for a strike, and it's 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike on the right-hand batter. Now the 5'11", 180-pound Cam Esslinger delivers. Inside, and that one hit Flores in the back. And so he goes down in the batter's box. Third hit batter for Esslinger this year as he came high and inside. That one caught Flores in the upper back. So a runner at first base, nobody out. Flores still laying in the dirt. Just to the third base side of home plate. He is now sitting up. Being talked to by the trainer, Jason Mankey. And now he's up on his feet and ready to head down to first base. So Flores hit by a pitch to lead things off. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Salt Lake Stingers baseball.
KJQS Murray, Salt Lake City. This is ESPN Radio AM 1230. The worldwide leader in sports. A Citadel Broadcasting Station.
Steve Klauke back with you as Jason Repko comes to the plate. He's flat out twice, once to left and once to center. Time now to check out the standings, brought to you by your local Associated Food Stores. Stay tuned to learn how you can take batting practice here at the ballpark, courtesy of Associated Food Stores. We'll get to the North Division first. But Esslinger's ready, and his initial pitch to Repko. And it's in at the knees. A strike, 0-1. Tacoma out in front by 4.5 over Edmonton, 5 up on Portland, and 14 ahead of the Stingers. In the South, Sacramento leads Tucson by 4.5. Fresno and Las Vegas are each 14 back. 0-1 pitch. In at the knees, a strike, and it's 0-2. In the Central, Iowa leads Albuquerque by 3.5. Colorado Springs by 6, and Omaha by 9.5. And in the East, Oklahoma leads Nashville by 5.5. Memphis by 6.5, and New Orleans by 9. 0-2 pitch, swing and a foul, back to the base of the screen. And the count on Repko remains 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Stingers with an 8-3 lead as the big right-hander Dustin Griffith starts to loosen up in the Stingers bullpen. The 0-2 to Repko, swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt. He struck him out. Second strikeout for Esslinger, and there's one down here in the 7th. 7th punch out for Stingers pitching overall in the ball game. So now here's Antonio Perez, who's 1 for 3. Homered to lead off the ball game. Matter of fact, he homered on the 5th pitch from Jake Woods. Las Vegas with 2 in the first, 1 in the third, went up 3-0 before the Stingers came back with 4 in the third and 4 in the 5th. Now the pitch to Perez, swinging a foul back over the roof and out of play. 0-1 the count. Antonio climbed the ladder in the Devil Rays organization last year, starting at AA. 24 games for Orlando, then 34 games for AAA Durham in his AAA debut. And then made his Major League debut, playing 48 games for the Devil Rays. The 0-1 pitch, Perez swings and punches it into right field, a base hit. Flores will take the turn and hold at second base. And now runners are at first and second with 1 out. Here's Nick Theodoro. He's tripled, homered, and grounded out. Well, here's a surprise. Major League Baseball is once again pushing back its decision on where to relocate the Montreal Expos now until after the All-Star break. Baseball officials who postponed the team's future home in 2002 and 2003 had targeted the July 13th game in Houston as their goal, but no longer. No indication as to when that might be. So 2 on, 1 out. The pitch. Low for a ball, 1-0. The count on Theodoro. Turns around and bats left-handed for the first time tonight, facing the right-hander Esslinger for the initial time. One ball, no strikes. The pitch to Theodoro. Low, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Twins have recalled one of our former favorite Salt Lake Buzz pitchers, J.C. Romero from AAA Rochester. He was sent down there to try to turn things back around after struggling to a 5.70 ERA with the Twins. And 32 appearances. 2-0 pitch on the way, and that's low and inside. Ball 3. 3-0 the count on Theodoro, and now a wide one would load the bases. Three balls, no strikes. Now Esslinger's pitch in for a strike, 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Top of the 7th, 8-3, Salt Lake. Esslinger ready, the 3-1. Swing and a tap up the third base side. Up with it, the pitcher Esslinger. His throw to first just in time to get Theodoro. On the play, Flores goes to third and Perez to second. 1-3 on the putout. 2 down. That'll bring up Coy Hill, who's grounded out all 3 times up to the plate. One of them an RBI ground out in the first inning. The runners at second and third. 2 out. Griffith still up in the Stingers bullpen. Smith still up in the Vegas pen. First pitch to Hill. Strike at the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count on Hill, batting left-handed against the righty Esslinger. Outfield shaded towards left a bit. The pitch outside, a ball, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Esslinger, or I should say Hill at the plate. 311 hitter from the left side. 304 from the right, so not a huge difference, obviously. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch swung on and lofted into left field. Adam Riggs is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side, and Esslinger escapes unscathed here in the 7th. No runs, 1 hit, a hit batter, 2 runners left on base. 7th inning stretch time, brought to you by Upper Limit Fitness, now with 3 locations: Salt Lake, Orem, and Layton. Upper Limit Fitness will help you stretch a little further. After 6.5, it's the Stingers 8, Las Vegas 3 on ESPN 1230.
Thank you for calling Comcast.
Better services on the line, and we're bringing 2 months of free service with it.
That's right. Comcast, Utah's superior choice for great entertainment and blazing fast high-speed internet, is also Utah's #1 choice in local phone service. You get your choice of customized calling plans, great in-state long-distance rates, and calling features like call waiting, voicemail, 3-way calling, and more. Plus, now you get it free for 2 months.
You can even keep your current number, making switching a piece of cake.
Just call 1-800-COMCAST. We'll hook you up with 2 months of Comcast local phone free. Plus, we'll install it for only $9.95. So pick up the phone.
You've got better service on the line.
Comcast. Local phone.
2 free months of free local phone service applies to 1st and 4th months of monthly service charges. Long distance, taxes, fees, and other charges not included. Good to new customers only. Not available in all areas. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
Make sure your equipment's ready for a productive season with a visit to Brigham Implement. It's the perfect time of year to take care of all your preseason equipment maintenance and repairs. Plus, make the most of your Case Credit Advantage account and make no payments and pay no interest until October 1st, 2004, with a minimum $750 purchase of genuine Case IH parts or related services. Offer good May 1st through July 31st, 2004. So visit Brigham Implement today and take advantage of genuine Case IH values, subject to credit qualifications.
A little bit of a light drizzle starting to fall here at the ballpark as we get you going for the bottom of the 7th inning. It'll be a little bit delayed as a beautiful rendition of God Bless America sung here at the ballpark as a part of Military Appreciation Night here at Franklin Covey Field. As right-hander Roy Smith comes on to pitch now for the Las Vegas 51s. For Smith, this will be his 8th appearance, his 7th out of the bullpen. In 12 2/3 innings, he's given up 21 hits, 11 runs, 10 of them earned. struck out 14 and walked 8. Smith, no decisions, and a 7.11 earned run average. The PCL batting .389 against Roy Smith. Harold Eckert, while he was in there, went an inning and a third. Gave up 2 hits, no runs. He walked 2, did not strike out a batter. So Roy Smith comes on, a big 6'6", 230-pound sidewinder in his 11th professional season. And Smith spent all of last year with the PCL champion Sacramento River Cats, 52 appearances, 7-4, with 3 saves and a 5.23 earned run average against the River Cats. 1-1 with 1 save in 7 outings against the Stingers last year with a 6.35 earned run average. They'll face Dallas McPherson, Adam Riggs, and Brian Gordon. 8-3 Stingers here in the bottom of the 7th. So here's McPherson, who delivered a 2-run triple his last time up. Shot one down the right field line that got caught up in the bullpen chairs down there. Dent Pro and Dent Pro Colors of Salt Lake, the mobile paintless dent repair company, comes to your home or office to work on your car. Call them today at 1-877-DENT-PRO. Dent Pro and Dent Pro Colors, they make them like new again. As McPherson takes low, ball 1. Dent Pro also donates $5 to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Utah. For every stolen base by the Stingers this year, they've swiped 46, making the total donation $230. 1-0 pitch, swing, and a miss to the fastball, and that evens the count on McPherson at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, there's an interesting website. I don't know how new it is, but I was told about it today by Las Vegas broadcaster Russ Langer. Swing and a miss to the fastball, 1-2. The website is called retrosheet.org. Pretty interesting website. Now the pitch into the dirt, a ball. 2-1. One of the things it has tried to collect as many box scores as possible from the old days of baseball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count on McPherson, the pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball. He struck him out. 1 down here in the 7th. That'll bring up Adam Riggs, who's 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly and a run batted in the 5th. So I remembered a few things about the first major league game I ever went to at Comiskey Park in Chicago. The White Sox and the Yankees. It was Juan Pizarro beating Ralph Terry 2-1 on a home run by Floyd Robinson in the 7th inning. There's a breaking ball strike on the inside corner at the knees, 0-1, but I didn't know anything about the date. I knew it was a big house. And through this retrosheet.org, believe it or not, you can find box scores on this website, and I actually found it. Here's a swing and a miss at a fastball, and the ironic thing, today is the day that Russ told me about the website. I looked up the box score. The first major league game I ever attended was 41 years ago tonight. The White Sox beating the Yankees 2-1 at Old Comiskey. The 0-2 pitch to Riggs. Swing and a miss at a slow curve. He struck him out. 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up Brian Gordon, who's 1 for 3. Single to center his last time up. 9-inning game was played in 2 hours, 1 minute. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for Chicago. 1-5-0 for the Yankees. 46,177 in attendance. Bill Valentine, who is the owner of the Arkansas Travelers, the Angels Double-A club. Here's a swing and a miss at a curveball, strike 1. Was the home plate umpire in that game. Both pitchers went the distance. And some pretty amazing names in that Yankee lineup. The 0-1 pitch to Gordon, swung on and fouled, third base side, 0-2. Clete Boyer at third, Bobby Richardson at second, Tom Tresh in center, Roger Maris in right, Bright at first, I'm not sure who he is, Elston Howard behind the plate, Tony Kubek at short, and Ralph Terry was the pitcher. The 0-2 pitch to Gordon, swinging a foul back. Probably, well, the biggest name would be Hall of Famer Nellie Fox on the White Sox at second base. It was kind of neat to find that. Again, that's retrosheet.org as Gordon swings, pulls one on the ground, fair inside the first base bag and down the right field line. Once again, it gets caught up in the chairs down by the bullpen. Gordon around second, and he'll hold there as Theodoro recovers quickly. So Brian Gordon has his 17th double. And the Stingers have a runner at second base with 2 out. That'll bring up Will Nieves, who's doubled, singled, and walked in 3 plate appearances. So here's Will. Harry Bright, by the way, was the first baseman for the Yankees in that game. Wonder where Mansell was. Guess that was just an off day for him. Pitch on the way, breaking ball outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. It was a lot of fun to find that little piece of information. 41 years ago tonight was a local Lions Club outing. 1-0 pitch on the way, and it's down low for a ball, 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes. Yep, both starters went the distance. The game took 2 hours and 1 minute to play in front of 46,177. Smith ready, the 2-0. Breaking ball, strike 2-1. That very, very, very light mist still falling, but not even as heavy as it was when the inning started. 2-1 to Nieves, reaches out and fouls it off. First base side over the roof and on to West Temple. Two balls, 2 strikes, the count on Will. 8-3 Stingers here in the 7th. Smith ready, the 2-2. Swinging another foul. This one rattling around the rafters of the roof and bouncing off the upper deck and all the way downstairs. And Gentleman was ready for the rebound and got it. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count on Nieves with Gordon at second, 2 out. Right-hander Giovanni Carrera was already thrown in 2 games in the series, warming up in the Las Vegas bullpen. Strike 3 called, a fastball at the knees, and Nieves caught looking. Smith strikes out the side. With a double sandwiched in the middle, no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the 8th inning here at the ballpark. Stingers 8, Las Vegas 3 on ESPN 1230.
Buy for less than dealer cost. Now is your chance to buy a new Dodge truck for only $49 over factory invoice. Plus, take an additional rebate up to $5,500 from Dodge and Layton Hills Dodge. Hear that again. Up to an additional $5,500 rebate. Your cost is below Layton Hills Dodge cost. Layton Hills Dodge has over 100 trucks in stock. With more units arriving daily, Layton Hills Dodge must make room for this inventory. This special sale is on all trucks. Hemi, heavy-duty diesel, quad cab, half-ton, all in stock, and price can move this week. If you're looking or even thinking about getting a new truck, now's the time. And Layton Hills Dodge is the place. Pay less than invoice at Layton Hills Dodge. This week only and only at Layton Hills Dodge. See dealer for details. All prices after cheap rebates from Dodge and Layton Hills Dodge. Layton Hills Dodge, 650 North Main Street, Layton. Located halfway between Salt Lake and Ogden. Drive a little, save a lot. Baseball fans, picture yourself at home plate in Franklin Covey Field taking batting practice with Man-Made Mornings and the Salt Lake Stingers. Thanks to Associated Food Stores, you could be swinging for the fences. Keep listening for details on how you can join Dave and Allen from Man-Made Mornings for batting practice with your Salt Lake Stingers. Thanks to your local neighborhood Associated Food Store and 1320 K-Fan.
Justin Griffith comes out to pitch now for the Stingers as we enter the 8th inning. Stingers out in front by a score of 8-3. For Griffith, this will be his third appearance, his second out of the bullpen for the Stingers. He's 0-1 with a 5.40 earned run average. PCL batting .273 against Griffith. He'll face Chin Feng Chen, Luis Garcia, and Rick Bell. Chen 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. Cam Esslinger with 2 shutout innings tonight. 1 hit, no runs. He struck out 2 and did not walk a batter. First pitch on the way from Griffith is low, ball 1. This shakeup of the Stingers order brought to you by Jake's Over the Top. The big 6'4" Griffith delivers, swung on line, and caught by Jake Thrower. A couple of quick steps to his right, and he reaches up and snares it for out number 1. Chen retired. That'll bring up Luis Garcia, who's 2 for 3. Jake's Over the Top now has a slow roasted pork sandwich with slow roasted pork, pepper jack cheese, barbecue sauce, lettuce and tomatoes, and fried onion strings. Served on a hot deli roll for only $3.49. At Jake's, they don't stop at the top. So here's Luis Garcia. Takes outside, ball 1. 20 home runs this year, but his biggest home run came earlier in the Olympic qualifying tournament last year. He hit the home run for Mexico that eliminated the United States from having the opportunity to defend their gold medal in Athens. 1-0 pitch, down low for a ball. 2-0 on Garcia. Griffith has pitched at both AAA Arkansas and at Single-A Rancho Cucamonga. He joined the Stingers from the Quakes. The 2-0 pitch, swung on and lifted into shallow right. Thrower and Kochman out, Gordon in. It'll be Thrower with the call. No, it's Kochman, and he drops the ball in foul territory as the wind blew it foul and in towards the infield. Kochman able to make the adjustment to get there, but he could not hang on. And so the count on Garcia, 2 balls and 1 strike. That'll be an error. Charge to Kochman over at first base. Second error of the ball game for the Stingers. So 2-1 the count on Garcia. Griffith ready. The pitch. Swing and a foul. That one knocks the mask off the face of home plate umpire Dave Ashweg. Cap goes flying one direction, his mask the other. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count on Garcia. Fortunately for Dave, his teeth stayed where they were. 2-2 the count on Garcia as Griffith deals. Swing and another pop-up. Right side of the infield. Jake Thrower coming in, still coming into the grass, makes the catch for the out. 2 away. That'll bring up Rick Bell, who's 0 for 3. Fly to center field his last time up. So 2 outs, nobody on for Las Vegas here in the 8th. Griffith's pitch. Way outside, ball 1. 1-0 the count. And the Stingers and the 51, the AAA affiliates of the Angels and Dodgers. The 1-0 pitch to Bell. Swing and another pop-up on the infield. Who's going to take it? The third baseman McPherson racing down, makes the catch to retire the side. No runs, no hits. 1 error, and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's the Stingers 8, Las Vegas 3 on ESPN 1230.
You want a reason to get into Greg Kruger Lincoln Mercury? We'll give you several. Reason number 1, full-size luxury. We've got the Grand Marquis, recently voted highest-ranked full-size car in initial quality by J.D. Power & Associates. Fully equipped and starting at $18,988. How about the 2004 Lincoln Town Car Signature Series, starting at $35,948? Reason number 2, SUV luxury. Save $8,000 on all 2004 Lincoln Navigators. Or check out 2004 Lincoln Aviators. Well equipped with 302 horsepower and leather, starting at $32,987. $1,897. Or receive Lincoln Luxury with a Mercury price tag. The 2004 all-wheel drive Mountaineer starting at just $28,265. Reason number 3, free warranty. All Mercuries now come with a 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty exclusively at Greg Kruger Lincoln Mercury. Get into Greg Kruger Lincoln Mercury today and save. In Bountiful, 2773 South Main Street and South Salt Lake, 3469 South State Street. You've taken the right road here. For J.D. Power and Associates award information, go to jdpower.com or see dealer for details.
Baseball is full of colors. The Reds, the White Sox, the big green monster. No sport has more to do with color than baseball. The other place color is key is in cars. If your bumper's scratched, dented, or torn, it takes away from its value. That's where Dent Pro Colors comes along. Dent Pro Colors offers on-site service. They have the latest technology in color matching, and they guarantee their work. So call 877-DENT-PRO. That's 877-DENT-PRO. Dent Pro Colors, automotive excellence.
Giovanni Carrera comes on to pitch now for Las Vegas in the 8th. Roy Smith giving up 1 hit, no runs with 3 strikeouts in his 1 inning of work. Carrera making his 3rd appearance in the 4 games of this series. Carrera making his 9th appearance for Las Vegas, his 29th overall. He's 1-3 with a 3.69 earned run average and 2 saves. Facing Curtis Pride, who's 2 hits in the ball game. He takes a changeup over for a strike, 0-1. Both of his hits are the infield variety. 0-1 the count on the left-hand hitting Curtis Pride. Now Carrera's pitch. Fastball up and in. Leans Pride back out of the way. Evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Then we mentioned this is a matchup of the AAA affiliates of the Dodgers and Angels. The Angels, in the battle of the 2 parent clubs, have the big advantage there. 8-0. Darren Erstad just hit a 3-run homer in the 5th. His first of the year, swinging a ground ball just fair inside the bag. Scooping it up his bell, and he takes it 5 steps to the bag for out number 1. Pride retired. That'll bring up Casey Smith, who's 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly and a run batted in. Probably the last chance to extend his hitting streak to 7. Stingers still looking for the Geico Insurance run of the game. The first time the Stingers extend their lead after the 5th inning. That's the Geico Insurance run. Rex Olson, your local Geico rep, will donate $10 to the Air Force Fund for every Geico Insurance run of the game. First pitch to Smith. In at the knees, a strike, 0-1. 19 Geico Insurance runs so far this year, making the total donation $190. No balls, 1 strike the count. The pitch. Swing and a foul. First base side, out of play. 0-2 the count. So Vladimir Guerrero, Jose Guillen, and Darren Erstad have all homered to give the Angels an 8-0 lead. Oakland getting beat 6-0, so a chance for them to gain ground, although Texas won again. So no chance to gain ground on the leaders in the AL West as the pitch misses low and outside. A ball, 1-2. Texas looking more and more like they want to stay in it for the duration. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on Casey. Now Carrera's pitch. Swinging a ground ball toward short. Flores to his left, drops it. And Smith's aboard on the error. First error of the ball game committed by Las Vegas. So Smith's aboard at the top of the order, and Zach Sorensen is 2 for 3. So 1 on, 1 out for Zach Sorensen. Carrera ready, the pitch. Fastball right down the middle for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count on Zach. The infield a double play depth as Carrera deals. Swinging a two-shot foul in between the coach's box and the bag at third. Sorensen's in the hole, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. And when the day began, Texas led Oakland by a game and a half, and the Angels by 3. I should say that's after their win. The Angels can get it back to 2.5 if they win. Texas has won 7 in a row. Now the 0-2 to Sorensen. Fastball up and in. Leans Zach back out of the way. 1-2 the count. And we'll greet you tomorrow, 7:40 from Tucson Electric Park. 1-2 the count. It'll be Steve Green against East High's Mike Gosling. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. That is the first strikeout for Carrera. That is the 6th strikeout for Las Vegas pitching in the ball game. 2 down. That'll bring up Jake Thrower, who needs a home run for the cycle, but he'll have to hit it to the opposite field the way the wind is blowing in from right now. Thrower grounded out to second in the first. Since then, he delivered a 2-run triple in the third, doubled and scored in the 5th, and singled to right in the 6th. Herrera ready, the pitch to Thrower, and it's a fastball high, ball 1. There have only been 4 cycles in franchise history. Rob Quinlan had the last one. He's the only Stinger to record a cycle. 1 ball, no strikes. Now Carrera's pitch. Swing and a miss. Snap throw to first, and safe at first is Smith. 1 ball, 1 strike. The throw had Casey beaten by plenty, but the first baseman Bell was too far up the line, and by the time he could get back and apply the tag, it was too late. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on Thrower. Las Vegas in their half of the 9th will have the bottom third of the order due up. Stingers leading 8-3 here in the 8th. Herrera ready. The 1-1 to Thrower. Swung on, ground ball up the middle. That's going to get through into center field, a base hit. Smith will take the turn and head to third. Jake Thrower with his 4th hit of the night. And the Stingers have runners at the corners with 2 out. That'll bring up Casey Kochman, who's 1 for 3 with a couple of runs batted in. So 2 on, 2 out. Stingers trying to pick up a series win for the first time since April 16th through the 19th, when they swept the Grizzlies in Fresno. That was in the middle of a 6-game winning streak. First pitch to Kochman. Swing and a miss at a fastball up and in. Strike 1. 0-1 the count. Giants at Oakland. San Francisco leads 6-0. A matchup of former Buzz catchers. A.J. Pierzynski for the Giants and Damian Miller for the A's. 0-1 pitch on the way. Swung on and ripped foul down near the Stingers bullpen. 0-2. Talk about the talent that the Buzz franchise had here for 7 years. Talking with Phil Miller of the Salt Lake Tribune, who was once the beat writer for the Tribune. Now the beat writer for the Jazz, talking with him briefly at the Delta Center yesterday. He goes to a lot of Major League games all over the country during the course of the summer. And he says it seems like any Major League game he went to this year, there was at least one former Buzz or Stinger player playing in a game. Saw the Brewers play with Trent Durrington in the lineup. The White Sox with Jamie Burke. Now the 0-2. Kochman takes fastball, strike 3 call in the outside corner at the belt. And Casey's not happy with the call. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left. We go to the 9th. It's the Stingers 8, Las Vegas 3 on ESPN 1230.
You asked for it. Now at Upper Limit Fitness, we're pleased to announce that our new clearance zone is in all 3 of our stores. The Upper Limit Clearance Zone is a store within a store, bursting at the seams with fantastic savings on new and used quality fitness equipment. You'll discover unbelievable savings on strength equipment, treadmills, bikes, free weights, and gyms. You'll find reconditioned exercise equipment with factory warranty, special deals on benches and bikes, dumbbell racks up to 70% off, Olympic 300-pound sets with base and weights as low as $119, with weight plates for under 30 cents a pound. Our clearance zone is a great place to save on quality fitness equipment, new and used, demos and odds and ends. Check out the great deals on top quality treadmills, bikes, home gyms, and free weights, all at huge clearance zone discounts. Come into any Upper Limit location and look for the clearance zone sign and get ready to save. Upper Limit Fitness, 815 West 2400 South in Salt Lake, 1345 South State in Orem, and at the corner of Antelope and Hillfield Road in Layton.
Baseball is full of colors. The Reds, the White Sox, the big green monster. No sport has more to do with color than baseball. The other place color is key as in cars. If your bumper's scratched, dented, or torn, it takes away from its value. That's where Dent Pro Colors comes along. Dent Pro Colors offers on-site service. They have the latest technology in color matching, and they guarantee their work. So call 877-DENT-PRO. That's 877-DENT-PRO. Dent Pro Colors, automotive excellence.
We go to the 9th. Stingers leading 8-3. It'll be Eric Riggs to lead things off against Dustin Griffith, who begins his second inning of relief. First pitch swinging. Riggs pounce it foul up the first base side. Strike 1. Stingers trying to close the deal here. Adam Riggs, Zach Sorensen, Brian Gordon, left, center, and right. Dallas McPherson, Casey Smith, Jake Thrower, and Casey Kotzman at first. Dustin Griffith pitching. Will Nieves catching. The 0-1 to Riggs. Swung on and foul. Third base side, out of play. 0-2 the count. Let's find out who's hitting the cover off the ball in the PCL. Brought to you by Mountain Extreme Power Sports. Take it to the extreme with Mountain Extreme Power Sports in Linden, Utah. The 0-2 pitch to Riggs. A little bit outside at the knees, 1-2. Calvin Pickering still leads the league with 25 home runs, but Bucky Jacobson of Tacoma closing the gap. He has 22. Justin Leone of the Rainiers next with 21. 1-2 to Eric Riggs. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 1 down here in the 9th. First strikeout for Griffith, the 8th for Stingers pitching in the ball game. Here's Jose Flores, who's walked, singled, and been hit by a pitch. Luis Garcia and John Gall of Memphis each have 20, so there's 5 home run hitters in the PCL who have hit 20 or more home runs. As a club, Tacoma with 104, more than any other team in professional baseball. This is minor league. There's a swing and a foul back, strike 1. 0-1 the count. Dustin Griffith trying to finish it off. Well, the Stingers here in the 9th. And procure Jake Woods' first AAA win. Griffith did not come in, however, in a save situation. The 0-1 to Flores, swung on and lofted down the right field line. The window's going to twist this one about 6 rows deep into the seats beyond the Stingers' bullpen for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Stingers have out hit Las Vegas 14-7. 0-2 the count. Now Griffith's pitch. Again, Flores reaches out and looks one foul. This one into the upper deck behind first. So it's still 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count. And the Stingers trying to make it 3 out of 4 over Las Vegas. 2 teams meet up again in a couple of weeks at Cashman Field. The 0-2 pitch to Flores. Swung on line, face it into left field. Adam Riggs racing over to cut it off down the line and hold Flores to a single. First hit off of Griffith, and that's the 8th hit of the ball game for Las Vegas. Here's Jason Repko, the center fielder, 0 for 3. He struck out swinging his last time up. A runner at first base, 1 out. Stingers with a 5-run lead. They'll play behind the runner at first as Repko pops it up in the short right center field. Gordon, the right fielder, coming in, is there, and he'll put it away for the 2nd out of the inning. 2 down here in the 9th. At the top of the order now, and Antonio Perez. He's 2 for 4. So the Stingers now down to the final out away from getting the W here. Justin Griffith ready, and the pitch to Perez. Swing and a miss, and the runner, Flores, goes to second base on defensive indifference. 1 strike the count on Perez. Homer to start the ball game off on the 5th pitch. The 0-1. Strike called on the outside corner at the knees. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Justin Griffith ready. The 0-2. Started after it, held up as it broke low and away from the right-hand batter. And so the count on Perez, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now Griffith's pitch. Swung on and popped foul into the seats along the first base side. So we'll do it again. 1 ball and 2 strikes with Nick Theodoro on deck. One and 2 the count. Griffith ready. The pitch. Did he go around? Yes, as first base umpire Travis Reier. Perez can't believe it. And the ball game is over. And the Stingers have themselves a series win for the first time since mid-April. And they were 3 outs away yesterday from making this a sweep. In the 9th, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. Handshakes and high fives all around with the final score. The Salt Lake Stingers 8 and the Las Vegas 51s 3. We'll be back with the 10th inning show right after this on ESPN 1230.
This has been Salt Lake Stingers baseball. Stay tuned for a complete wrap-up of tonight's game. The 10th inning show is coming up next on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Pick up in the front lot.
I think even the Bible teaches us to get pre-approved when we want to establish and reestablish credit. I mean, Noah built the ark before it rained.
Oh, my heck.
Welcome to the Mark Marine Minutes, your no-nonsense answers to your car buying and credit questions.
Frustration with car credit is best defined as the difference between our capabilities and our car expectations. For example, the down payment. One of 2 things is going to happen with your down payment. The down payment either protects the customer and builds equity in your car, or the down payment makes me, the dealer, me, the car guy, rich. Straight A credit or reestablishing your credit. If you're going to borrow money, talk to me first. It's a structure, it's an outline, it's a formula.
Wow.
Call Marine Credit Systems now at 467-9980. Marine Credit Systems, 467-9980. 467-9980.
The game is over and the fans are leaving the ballpark. It's time now for the 10th inning show. A complete wrap-up of tonight's game with a look at the rest of the Pacific Coast League and Major League Baseball. This is the 10th inning show on ESPN 1230 AM. Now let's go back to the ballpark with the voice of the Stingers, Steve Klauke.
And welcome back to the ballpark where the Stingers rallied from a 3-0 deficit to knock off the Vegas 51s by a final score of 8-3. Here are the final totals in the ball game for the Stingers: 8 runs on 14 hits, 2 errors, and 7 men left on base. For the 51s, 3 runs on 8 hits, 1 error, and 7 men left on base. The winning pitcher, Jake Woods, now 1-0. The losing pitcher, Mark Johnson, 2-6. Time of the game, 2 hours, 34 minutes. 7,856 in attendance here as the Stingers go to 29-47 on the year, while Las Vegas drops to 32-44. Again, a big night for Jake Thrower, 4 for 5, 2 runs scored and 2 runs batted in. Casey Kotzman and Dallas McPherson also each drove in a pair of runs in tonight's game. Jake Woods struggled early on, but after that settled in over the last couple of innings of work, and then the bullpen combination of Cam Esslinger and Dustin Griffith pitched 4 scoreless innings, 2 hits. They struck out 4, and did not walk a single batter. So a good effort all around as the Stingers take 3 out of 4 from Las Vegas and end up with a split of this 8-game homestand. Tonight's impossible defensive play of the game is brought to you by Gus Paulus Auto Group. With Gus, anything is possible. They didn't actually have a whole lot to choose from, but we're going to make it the play in the 4th inning. Curtis Pride with a runner at first, 2 out, hit a slicing fly ball in the left center. Jason Repko, the center fielder for Las Vegas, raced in and to his right and made a backhanded off-the-shoe top catch to rob Pride of a base hit. And that's your impossible defensive play of the game, brought to you by the Gus Paulus Auto Group. With Gus, anything is possible. Stingers win it tonight by a final score of 8-3. We'll come back and take a look at the other scores around baseball after this on ESPN 1230.
Hi, this is Greg Ostertag. As you know, I have a special place in my heart for kids with kidney failure. This year, the Pediatric Dialysis Transplant Program at the University Hospital will receive the benefits of the 9th annual Stars and Bars Golf Tournament sponsored by University Hospital Foundation. As honorary chair of this year's tournament, come join me for a great day of golf at Jeremy Golf and Country Club on Monday, June 28th. Believe me, you can make a difference.
Children who suffer the devastating effects of kidney failure are sometimes overlooked, but now you can do something about it. Join honorary chair Greg Ostertag and tee it up at the 9th annual Stars and Bars Golf Tournament, Monday, June 28th at beautiful Jeremy Golf and Country Club. Enjoy great golf for a great cause. For info, contact the University Hospital Foundation at 587-6500. Remember, it all comes back to you.
Waiting till Christmas to get your bonus? Not at Larry H. Miller Chrysler Jeep and Dodge in Sandy. This month, take advantage of June bonus days on Utah's largest selection of 2004 model Jeep and Dodge. Right now, we have over 180 Rams available. And this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, they're all blowout price. Heavy-duty 3/4-ton quad-cab 4x4s start at just $27,405, or lease for $276 per month. Loaded half-ton quad-cab 4x4s are rock-bottom price. Now from just $23,860, or lease for $282 per month. For Utah's lowest prices and best selection, don't miss the June bonus days going on this weekend at Larry Miller Chrysler Jeep and Dodge in the Southtown Auto Mall in Sandy. After all, you know this guy.
Price and payment plus tax and fees. $29.50 due up front. Dealer to retain all rebates and incentives. These terms vary by model. OACC dealer for details.
All right, welcome back to the ballpark where the Stingers were victorious over the Las Vegas 51s by a score of 8-3. It's time now for a look at what else happened under the lights tonight of the PCL as well as Major League Baseball, brought to you by GE Lighting and the new Reveal light bulb. You can check out the Reveal bulb at your locally owned Ace Hardware store. First of all, in the Pacific Coast League, in the first game of a doubleheader at New Orleans, the Omaha Royals knocked off the Zephyrs by a score of 6-5, overcoming an early 2-0 deficit and then hanging on for the victory. In the nightcap, New Orleans leads Omaha by a score of 1-0 in the 5th inning. At Iowa, the Cubs rallied from a 4-1 deficit to beat Nashville by a final score of 5-4. So Iowa continues to play pretty good baseball, maintaining that lead in the Central Division. In the 6th at Colorado Springs, the Sky Sox are shutting out Memphis 6-0. In the 9th at Albuquerque, Oklahoma leads the Isotopes 6-0. The Isotopes hitless through 8 innings. We'll try to keep an eye on that one for you a little bit later. The scheduled starter for Albuquerque was Nick Virgilio. Tucson leads Edmonton 1-0 in the 8th down at Tucson Electric Park. In the 6th at Fresno, Tacoma leads the Grizzlies 3-1. And in the 5th inning at Portland, it's Sacramento 6 and the Beavers 1. So that's a look at the PCL. Meanwhile, in the big league, just 3 games still in progress. After 7.5 at Seattle, San Diego leads the Mariners 3-2. Seattle closing the gap in the 7th on a 2-run home run by Scott Spezio. In the 7th at Oakland, the Giants with a 5-run first, leading the A's 6-0. Davy Cruz and Pedro Feliz homer. In that one, the Angels absolutely pouring it on against the Dodgers in Los Angeles. Anaheim leading 12-0 in the 6th. Home runs by Vladimir Guerrero, Jose Guillen, Darren Erstad, and Adam Kennedy. The rest in the interleague play, all finals. The Cubs over the White Sox on the south side, 7-4. In 10 innings at Cleveland, the Indians lose to the Rockies 10-8 on 3 home runs by Larry Walker, including a 2-run homer in the 10th. In a rain-shortened game to 8 innings at Fenway, Boston beat Philadelphia 12-1. Manny Ramirez and former Buzz first baseman David Ortiz with home runs. Jim Thome for Philadelphia hit his major league leading 25th. Detroit edged Arizona 2-1. Toronto topped Montreal by a score of 3-1. Tampa Bay shut out Florida 2-0. As Dewan Brazelton had a no-hitter until 2 outs in the 8th when Mike Lowell doubled for the Marlins. He ended up with a 2-hitter. Baltimore shut out Atlanta 5-0. Texas won their 7th straight, beating Houston 3-1. Kenny Rogers now 10-2. St. Louis topped the Royals in Kansas City 5-2. Minnesota doubled up Milwaukee 6-3. The Mets and the Yankees were rained out in New York on that one in the Bronx. So the Stingers here tonight win it by a score of 8-3 over Las Vegas. We'll be back with the highlights after this on ESPN 1230.
Buy for less than dealer cost. Now is your chance to buy a new Dodge truck for only $49 over factory invoice. Plus, take an additional rebate up to $5,500 from Dodge and Layton Hills Dodge. Hear that again. Up to an additional $5,500 rebate. Your cost is below Layton Hills Dodge cost. Layton Hills Dodge has over 100 trucks in stock with more units arriving daily. Layton Hills Dodge must make room for this inventory. This special sale is on all trucks, Hemi, heavy-duty diesel, quad cab, half-ton, all in stock and price can move this week. If you're looking or even thinking about getting a new truck, now's the time. And Layton Hills Dodge is the place. Pay less than invoice at Layton Hills Dodge. This week only and only at Layton Hills Dodge. See dealer for details. All prices after deep rebates from Dodge and Layton Hills Dodge. Layton Hills Dodge, 650 North Main Street, Layton. Located halfway between Salt Lake and Ogden. Drive a little, save a lot.
What does it take to bring Western family quality and low prices to you? Deep within the dark recesses of an old elm, Andy Goodwill finds a cache of fresh honey.
All right.
As he carefully scoops out the golden goodness, another honey lover appears on the scene, and he's not happy. Dropping swiftly to the ground, Andy runs like he's being chased by a 1,200-pound grizzly bear. Will Andy make it back to Western family so they can put that fresh honey into those cute little bear-shaped bottles? Frankly, we don't know. But we do know you'll like the unequaled customer service and the unbeatable Western family value you'll find at every Associated Food store. All Western family products carry a double your money back quality guarantee, and they cost less than the national brands.
At Associated Food stores, there's nothing we won't do to bring Western family quality and low prices to you. Always shop where you find Western family. For your family, only the best.
All right, welcome back to the ballpark here in Salt Lake City. The Stingers over Las Vegas by a score of 8-3. Here's how it happened. It didn't get off to a very good start for Salt Lake as the game started with Jake Woods facing Antonio Perez. The outfield, a couple of steps around towards left as Woods winds. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, hit in the air to deep left. Riggs going back to the wall, leaps up, and it's gone. Antonio Perez with a leadoff home run here in the first, and it's 1-0 Las Vegas. So 1-0 in favor of the 51s. The next batter, Nick Theodorou, tripled and scored on a ground out by Coy Hill, and that made it a 2-0 Las Vegas lead. And then Nick Theodorou, leading off the third, extended the 51s' lead by another run. Now the line by Woods, the 2-0. Swung on and crushed to left center field. Adam Riggs, a long run. That ball's up there. It's out there, and it is gone. Nick Theodorou with his 4th home run of the year and his 27th run batted in. And it's now 3-0 Las Vegas. 3-0 in favor of the 51s at that point, but in the bottom of the third, the Stingers rallied against Las Vegas starter Mark Johnson. Will Nieves opened up the inning with a double to center field. He advanced to third on an infield single by Curtis Pride to put runners at the corners with nobody out. Nieves scored the first run on a sacrifice fly to right by Casey Smith to make it a 3-1 ball game. Then Zach Sorensen singled, putting runners at first and second with one out for Jake Thrower. Johnson's pitch. Swung on, driven into right center field. Repko a long run. He won't get to it. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. Here comes Curtis Pride. Here comes Zach Sorensen with a tying run. Racing for third. Jake Thrower slides, and he's in with a triple. 2-run score, and the game is all tied at 3-3. 3-3 the score. Then Thrower scores on the Casey Kotzman sacrifice fly to right. The Stingers had the lead 4-3, and then they put it away in the 5th inning with one out. Zach Sorensen singled to right. Jake Thrower doubled to right, advancing Sorensen to third. A base hit to right by Casey Kotzman scored Sorensen to make it a 5-3 Salt Lake lead. And with 2 on and 1 out, Dallas McPherson added 2 more. Swinging a ground ball, fair inside the first base bag and rolling down towards the bullpen. It hit the bullpen chair. In to score Thrower. Kotzman around third. He will score. Racing for third, McPherson. He's in with a 2-run triple. And it's now 7-3 Salt Lake. McPherson would later score on a sacrifice fly by Adam Riggs. And the Stingers had themselves an 8-3 win tonight over the Las Vegas 51. So they take 3 out of 4 from Las Vegas. They now hit the road for a 4-game visit to Tucson, and then our first look at the Edmonton Trappers, a brief 3-game series at Telus Field that will begin on Wednesday night. We'll preview the upcoming series with Tucson, as well as give you our Stingers Ace Hardware MHP of the game right after this final timeout on ESPN 1230.
July 4th is almost here, and you've waited a whole year for it. So why get stung by firework outlets that double the price and then claim it's buy one, get one free? There may be other fireworks stores, but there's only one Porter's Fireworks, just off the first exit in nearby Evanston, Wyoming. The granddaddy of all fireworks stores guarantees the absolute best prices and selection, as well as precise explanations by their highly trained staff on everything from Roman candles and artillery shells for a stay in Wyoming, or fountains and cones for a return home to Utah, and all without double price, get one free gimmicks. Why pay double just to get one free? Instead, go to the Fireworks Champions, Porter's Fireworks, voted best fireworks store for 12 straight years. Just look for the big red and white building right along the first I-80 exit in nearby Evanston, Wyoming. And don't confuse Porter's with the ghost, cat, or clown fireworks stores. Because at Porter's Fireworks, we take July 4th seriously. But we're not a ghost, we're not a cat, and we're not a clown. And we don't sell and tell. Porter's Fireworks. We celebrate America.
Is your current vehicle draining you with the high price of gas? Feel like you couldn't afford a new car? Stockton to Malone Honda announces its lowest prices on leased Hondas in 9 years. The Honda Giant! I like it, Everyone knows that Hondas get great gas mileage, best in for resale value, 5-star crash safety rating, and has held the record of 10 best road and track 18 of the last 22 years. And now the lowest prices in 9 years. There may never be a better time to get a new Honda Accord, Civic, or Odyssey. Lease a new Odyssey for just $259 per month, or Honda's most popular Accord for only $199 a month, or a brand new Honda Civic for just $159 per month. These prices can't last long, so get in to Stockton to Malone Honda. We know it's your hard-earned money. We just want to save some of it for you. And Stockton to Malone Honda. Once you make a deal, we'll pay off your old car no matter what you owe. Stockton to Malone Honda is a Southtown Auto Mall just off I-15 and Wildcat South.
Welcome back to Franklin Covey Field, where the Stingers prevailed over Las Vegas tonight by a final score of 8-3. Time now for our Stingers MHP of the game, the Ace Hardware Most Helpful Player of the Game, brought to you by your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Ace, the helpful plays. Jake Thrower is our MHP of the night. He went 4 for 5, delivered a 2-run triple that tied the game. He scored the eventual winning run. He also doubled and scored in the 5th inning of tonight's game. So Jake Thrower is the MHP, Most Helpful Player of the game, with going 4 for 5 in the contest. So the Stingers take 3 out of 4, and now it's time for them to hit the road again. They play 4 at Tucson. 8 o'clock starts tomorrow, Monday and Tuesday, 7 o'clock Mountain Time on Sunday. Tomorrow night it'll be right-hander Steve Green going for the Stingers with a record of 4-7. His bound opponent will be left-hander Mike Gosling out of East High with a record of 3-3. So we hope you'll join us at 7:40 for the on-deck circle, 8 o'clock for the first pitch. Our thanks to Adrian Denny back in our studios here in Salt Lake City tonight. And our thanks to you for listening once again in 2 hours, 34 minutes. And in front of 7,856, the final score. The Salt Lake Stingers 8 and the Las Vegas 51s 3. I'm Steve Klauke saying good night and so long from the ballpark.
The 10th Inning Show on ESPN 1230 AM. Be sure to join us after every Stingers game for the 10th Inning Show on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM. QS Murray, Salt Lake. ESPN Radio AM 1230. Worldwide leader in sports. A Citadel Broadcasting Station.